SchmutzCast 19, I think. Fuck, it's been too fucking long. I don't remember. I think it's 19.
We're back after the
SchmutzCast brought to
holidays.
you. The holidays really held us back. We had some sound problems last week. My soundboard fucking caught on fire as we were fucking setting it up. So we didn't get to do the podcast last week.
It's hard to do a podcast when it's, one, the holidays, and two, when your gear catches on fire.
Yeah. You know, nobody tells you that when you start a podcast. There's no things like set up tips for what happens if your soundboard catches on fire.
May you be warned. May you be warned and not become our competition then.
Be warned. It costs too much money to do this. And I'm glad that John has a spending problem.
It's true. Not necessarily just a spending problem, but a spending problem on music gear.
Music gear. That's why, we never have a shortage. Last week we did have a shortage because I was thinking the soundboard that I got literally 2 months ago and used 4 times would be fine. No. But no. Fuck Phoenix. You're out. I'm returning that shit and I'm getting something different.
Good.
Fuck
no
that.
more Amazon.
We brought 2 soundboards today just in case so that we could make sure we got you.
Yeah. And we had to get your episode out now because we have some... Yeah, what?
I've been missing this.
I know, dude. It feels like the week is empty when we don't have this.
Holidays and then technical difficulties. So it's like, it's a lot.
The holidays were so sad without the SchmutzCast.
I know. I'm telling you. I feel bad that we didn't have that.
Christmas
I was just
without
wandering around listless in my house with just nothing to do or think about or say or
nothing to say to the people.
The fact of the matter is, whenever we had Sunday without SchmutzCast, me and Brandon just sat on the couch with our mics and just talked without them plugged in, just to fill the void.
If you all could have seen that episode,
God, what a fucking
fly on that
diabolical episode!
Heard some disgusting shit.
It was probably Jordan playing Skyrim or Zelda or Pokemon.
FIFA.
It was
playing
FIFA.
FIFA.
I've been on FIFA for like the last 2 weeks.
So what do you do when he's playing FIFA? You just sit there.
He's talking to you.
Me? Sorry, I was calling him a bum ass.
I appreciate
what
that.
What do I do?
Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking sit there.
You know what
It doesn't sound fun.
The best part is one of the other day, one of the ways that you can like sim matches. I do like a coach mode, and you can sim matches so you don't have to play it, so it takes less time.
It's even less fun.
And whenever you watch the sim mode, it takes like a quarter of the time, but all it is these dots running around on the screen. It shows where the ball is and shit. Him and I watched the entire game in that mode, and we're like, it would get close to a scoring play. We'd be like, oh.
I had nothing else.
Every time the past couple weeks that I've showed up at their house, Jordan has been on FIFA. Just playing a game or simming a game or talking to like a press conference or some shit.
This comes as no surprise to me whatsoever.
Big footy guy.
How's your Louisville FC team been doing?
Well, we just started the new season after winning the MLS. We started the season 2 back-to-back games, 4-0, and then we lost 2-0.
So we
we
lost a minute ago, 2-1. I saw.
Or no, it was 2-1. Yeah, that's right. That was the first loss of the season.
Yeah, because Jordan doesn't like to help set up.
You guys didn't
It's
give
me
me
and
nothing
John.
to do. I didn't have nothing to do. Okay, I'm trying to download Lego Star Wars right now.
Bad for your future wife. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I'm sorry, Megan. I'm gonna out the lady thing, but the lady thing is you should do it before you're told.
Well,
And if you don't, you're in the doghouse.
Can I plug something real quick? The equipment is brought to you by Angel Run Records.
Angel Run Records.
Angel Run
LLC.
Records. Yep, Angel Run Records. If you need help with any
unofficial
audio shit, you could try to
Production,
reach out to us.
mixing.
You know what I want to fucking do so bad?
What's
I
that?
feel like we would be so good at it. Fucking DJ weddings.
Okay, so no cap.
wedding
Spencer and I
DJ.
have actually talked about that because his dad used to DJ weddings.
Dude, I feel like I could rock
We've
a
got
hella
the
good
equipment.
playlist.
Yeah, we could.
I think I could fucking get people
Should
rocking.
we start a wedding production company?
Please do.
Fuck that. I want to start a wedding band.
We're
Yeah, dude, wedding bands make fucking bank though. Cause
You can charge
so, listen,
a
but you
lot.
gotta be
I'd be
good.
playing.
Listen.
We are
playing
good, but-
Fireflies at every wedding.
So I played at a wedding. So okay, I was probably 19 at the time when I played it at this wedding. It was so if you all know what Lucas Oil is, it was like the grandson of like the guy of like
I
Fuller
thought that
Of
was what
Lucas.
came out of my ass.
Is
Lucas is
oil.
it's Lucas's
Is
grandson.
Oil his last name?
Yeah.
Is Lucas's last name? What's the family dynamic?
Lucas
Are
is
they
the last
marrying
name.
into the oil family?
So-
the oil family.
So
They go to reservation for oil, please. Like, shut the fuck up. What a terrible name.
I'm the prince of the oil family.
Yeah, right.
so no cap, playing a wedding. I played the wedding part itself. I played 3 songs. Got paid $500 for it.
For 3 songs.
For 3 songs.
That's lit.
People pay for wedding music. People pay.
Well,
And you
People
can
are already
charge.
overpaying for like a motherfucker for everything.
Well, I was gonna say everything
should
with weddings
consider
are
that.
expensive as shit.
Stupid expensive.
It's weddings are, like, yeah, they might not be fun, but they're also really fun and really easy because I played 3 songs and I also got to hang out at the reception, hang out with everyone. I got a free meal.
Well, it'd be fun for
I got
us.
cake.
It'd be fun for us. Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I tell you, the new year brings in a wedding for us this year, boys. 10 months
Wait
away.
a second. That's this year?
That's this year. 10 months, baby.
This year?
I got my golden ticket.
No. What? What?
Wave it around. Wave it
The
around.
invitations are gonna go out soon, so I didn't want to mail your all, so I just
you
gave.
spelled
makes
my
sense.
name right.
I told her to put Klebler, but Klebler.
Clever.
I told him I wish he would have, like, to his close friends like us, like, just, like, fucked with us and like, if I ever get married, y'all better know that I'm gonna be fucking with y'all, like, and making your shit, like, wrong.
I'm gonna give it to you in a piece of notebook paper written in crayon.
You're invited.
Please come.
Please come.
I mean, you could come if you want.
You don't have to. I
It's
guess.
alright.
Oh, you busy?
We're thinking it's gonna be Saturday the 20th at like 6.
Maybe be there. Maybe be square. Don't know.
We might have
Maybe
food.
B squared.
BYOB, please. Like,
So
help me out.
New Year's has just been passed. We were gonna have a New Year's special, but obviously the soundboard caught on fire. So this is now our New Year's special.
Woo!
We did, as you all know from the last episode, I know it's been forever, we committed to a gift-giving thing between the 4 of us. We randomly drew names, and we were going to do the dumbest shit possible to each other. And me and John already did ours, but we did video it on the day that the soundboard went out because we had to do something productive.
Yeah.
So right here for future Lucas to edit, this is the opening of our presents. Check this out. Be shitty, but you know.
But that's okay.
All right, LT. All right. There you go.
Who's gonna open first?
LT's gonna open first.
Okay, you open first.
Let's see. It's a book. I can't imagine what this book contains.
Oh God.
It's going to be absolutely awful. But I'm going to have to read it for the...
You're gonna have to read it.
The Gay Kama Sutra.
Open it up.
Oh,
I've got a couple pages bookmarked.
You gotta go.
he bookmarked
Oh
pages.
my God. Dude, your Amazon history is gonna be...
Oh, did you put the little cards in here?
Yeah, they came with it.
So I had to. That's what I had to look at the pages to get the cards.
Did you see the second one, the drawing?
Yes. No, I saw it all.
The fucking pictures.
Yeah, I want to see the picture.
Well, now-
Is it gay?
Well, there's one.
Oh, that's very...
Can you get flagged?
That was the one that was bookmarked. And
It's a
then
full page.
Yeah, would you get flagged if you showed that to the camera?
You would.
I would. Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
get
it's
flagged.
nudity.
I'd get flagged.
That's
You've
very...
been a bad boy. Go to my room.
That's very thoughtful, John.
Thanks, John.
Very thoughtful.
That was very thoughtful.
That,
Were you gonna buy that
that
for whoever
actually,
you got?
that's a great. And what is
So you like it?
He said
I love it.
It was just those little cars.
That was
They
a-
came with it, but I was like, you know what? I'll give that to him. Said he's got at least some kind of use out of this,
Why did it come with it?
or at least
Bags
so he's got
and
use that
shit
he
like
can
that.
tell us about.
Why did this come with it?
Like our short part 4 packages come with shit like that all the time.
Well, don't tell him that.
Never mind.
Your what? Your what?
Nothing.
What?
It's yeah.
They come with packages.
All right. Mine's not as sexual. Fish flops.
That's so good.
I told him they're the big mouth. They're largemouth bass, bro.
They're big mouth bass.
I would not have gotten those if I would have got either of you, because I know John will actually wear those. I will wear these around my house.
Out and about,
Bro.
The boy got the fish flops, bro. He's got the coddies, bro.
Let's get this on video. Look at sheesh. What are those?
These are my fish flops.
Hold on, bro.
Sheesh.
Ah. Yeah, open.
Oh, you ready for this one? You ready for this
He
one?
got the boot cut. Oh.
Bro, bring him over here. Bring him over here.
Let me see. hey, look at this. Look at this catch I got here, guys. Look at this.
That's a solid catch.
It's a fat.
Fucking Harlan.
It's a fat one right there. Hey guys, look at this shit.
Hanging on.
Yeah, flip it around, yeah.
Look at that. Yeah.
Sheesh.
About a 27 pounder.
That's a good looking fish.
It's not big, sir.
That's a good fish.
You still got the you still got
It's not there, but
Say, why is it hiding?
Oh man.
I moved it because I have cool things there, not weird things. So
and I did not wear mine today.
so now that you've seen us open those gifts, you saw I got a very naughty book from John. And John actually got something useful from me.
I mean, yours is useful.
You never know when you meet.
No.
I told my mom and dad about that.
What did your dad say?
They came over that night, and I was like, "Look what John got me for Christmas." And my dad's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Did you open it up?
No, I didn't open it up.
Oh.
I
Why
told her.
not?
I told them that you put in gift cards so that I had to open the worst pages, and he's like,
yeah.
"At least he was thoughtful." And the fish flops was an idea when I Googled what is the weirdest things to buy on Amazon, and that was actually not on the list, but when I was looking through that, Megan came up with the fish flops. So
her brother has them, right?
her cousin has them.
So
And
because I started out doing that, I started out like trying to search like the shittiest gifts for Amazon,
Shittiest gifts.
like
Yeah.
the worst gifts, because I was gonna
That
get
was
you
what it
something
was pitched to
terrible,
me, yeah,
right?
it was the
I was
worst
trying to give
shitty
something
gifts ever.
terrible, and I couldn't find anything that I was like, man, none of these are hitting, right? Like none of these are Lucas, and then
The gay Kama Sutra.
the
And
gay
then-
Kama Sutra, that's it.
So then I go to a white elephant, and I can't take full credit because someone else gave me the idea. So my brother-in-law Chuck, his neighbors were having like a white elephant thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we his friend was coming. His name is Alex, and Alex was like, Chuck, you have to get my gift, because it was like we would go around in a circle and you
Yeah.
pick a gift. So when it came to Chuck, he picked Alex's gift and opens it up, and there were firecrackers, like there was like some like fireworks stuff in there, and a gay Kama Sutra. And he was like, now, in order to keep the firecrackers and to light them off, you gotta keep the Kama Sutra.
So to have fun, you gotta not have fun.
No, you gotta have extra fun.
Well,
So,
That-
do y'all want to go get your gifts?
Yeah.
Alright.
Here.
Who's gonna go? Well,
I got you.
I want Jordan to give you yours first.
Okay.
Yeah. So-
Oh Jesus Christ! What could he have gotten me?
I think it's gonna be a tie between. After seeing everything, I think it's gonna be a tie for the best gift bought is between you two.
Yeah. It's gonna be close.
What the fuck is this?
That is a gift bag.
Is this for me?
That's for you.
Happy birthday, Brandon.
Oh God.
Merry Christmas.
Let's see what it is. You gotta hold it up for the camera.
Oh God! What the fuck? You got me cooked ham?
Ham and cigarettes.
You got me ham and cigarettes? What the fuck? I'm not gonna eat this shit.
What do you mean? You like like sandwiches?
It's bologna ham.
I like cigarettes better. Maybe I'll wrap a cigarette in a ham.
You don't even smoke those type of cigarettes, do you?
These?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I smoke.
You should have got him
You
like
should have got him some fucked up cheap ass cigarettes.
Oh,
A
yeah.
pack of blueberry red bucks.
God, it says water added.
Wait, to the cigarettes or to the ham?
Well, there's a place you could add that water.
I'm fucking gagging. I don't. What? That's fucking disgusting.
I almost got you the thing of bologna, but I saw that ham there. I was like, I gotta get the bologna ham, bro.
So am I a disgusting human being if I say I actually kind of want to try this?
I would eat it. It looks. It's just,
I think I'd eat it. I think I'd try it.
I'm literally fucking. I got
It's
tears.
probably made from better material than actual bologna.
I mean, someone's got to eat it, so or else they wouldn't make it.
Bologna's leftover parts from the pig.
Yeah, that's why I don't
anyways.
Yeah,
shit, it's horse.
I eat a lot of bologna.
I do. Eat
I
a lot of
love bologna.
Bologna's good.
Bologna.
Bologna.
Thank
So-
you.
It's okay. Jordan's gonna
All right.
wish that he got you something worse.
I assume it's gonna be nose
I
related.
did get you something funny.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I felt so weird walking out of Dollar General earlier,
With
carrying
cooked
a,
ham and cigarettes.
a thing of
putting the
packed
I'm
ham.
putting the ham back in the fridge.
Yeah, you put that in the fridge.
Drop my ham.
My ham. In the spirit of giving, you have to eat a bite.
Yeah, you gotta crack that bitch open.
Water added.
Just in case you didn't have it slimy enough.
They also had these like long ass things of smoked sausage. I thought about getting him that. instead.
Smoky links
Yeah,
for
they were,
Christmas.
they were like this long. They were like a foot long, but they wouldn't have fit in the bag that I grabbed. So
I really thought about getting. If I got you, I planned on getting some like really cheap, nasty meat, but also getting you something useful. And I would say you can't have the useful thing unless you go out in the freezing cold and cook that on the grill.
Okay, so
would
Jordan,
too.
close your eyes.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say just to preface
Here,
it
I'll hold your mic.
with the,
I'll point it towards you so it can still hear you.
Yeah.
just to preface it with this brown bag right here. You gotta keep that bag. You gotta keep it upright. Okay. So
Straight up and down.
here you go. Here you go.
You should have got the brown bag first.
Well, keep the brown bag straight up.
Keep the brown bag straight up and down.
Don't let it fall over.
Show the camera what you got. Show it.
Show them what you got.
Show them your gift. Show them your gift.
Show them what you got.
Oh my god. Oh. You got him a
I
fish.
got him the worst gift I could ever think.
A pet.
A pet.
You got me a fish.
What do you think of your gift, Jordan? Welcome to the world of pet
It
ownership.
fit the budget.
So now you got to come up with a name right now.
Is it
What's
dead?
he look like?
No, it's alive. It's
Those
alive.
betas
It
don't
was
move
alive
very
when
much.
I bought it.
I don't even know.
No, it's he's good.
I just want to see him.
Yeah, he's swimming. He's
Can we show the camera? Like, can we give the camera a
Yeah.
close up?
This is Jordan's new fish, unnamed currently. Where? Big boy, where you going? He's in there. You can kind of see him.
Barely see him.
You can see him, but he's a fish. He be fishing.
So what's his name?
Oh my god.
What's his name?
I don't fucking know.
call him
Give him a
Schmutz.
second. Give him a second. Let him.
I need to bond with him a little bit
Yeah.
first. He's staring at me.
He's like, hey, fucker.
So it looks like on your way home you're stopping at PetSmart to get some fish
I guess I
food.
need some fucking fish food now.
That didn't fit the budget. So that's on you.
If you want to keep it alive, go buy food.
But you did get him a nice little.
Well, of course
This
I
is
did.
actually a nice little tank.
Yeah. I wanted to get him something nice. I didn't just want to get you a shitty bowl. Comes with rocks and.
Thank
Terrible.
you.
Terrible. Well,
Ham,
that was fun.
cigarettes, and a beta fish.
This isn't yours. It's an alpha fish.
Alpha
Here we
Or
go.
a sigma fish. When are they gonna start
Jordan's
selling those?
Jordan's a beta.
When are
It's
they gonna
okay.
start selling those? The sigma fishes.
I don't know.
I hope you like it.
I hope
Part of
you
me kind of
enjoy it.
does. I'm not gonna.
You're gonna end up being sad as fuck when it dies in 2 weeks. Bro.
I didn't feed
You're
it.
gonna go get another one and not tell me. Just replace it.
Oh my god.
You know, that shit actually happened to me when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I
You
never
didn't
owned a
realize?
fish as a kid.
I had a
Never.
fish. His name was Gil. Okay.
What a
Classic.
fucking creative name.
Yeah.
I was
So
like,
smart.
I was
God.
like 6. What did you
You're
fucking
a dumb
expect?
fucking
Yeah.
6-year-old then.
Stupid.
I'm gonna name him Fish.
So
It's like naming a
So
cat
Gil-
dog, you fucking dumb.
Gil, I think got by the cat.
Oh.
I think he got by the cat.
You had a lot of fucking cats roaming around
They
for a
did.
while.
Reach in and
There was
I
a
think
lot
the
of
cat,
fucking
yeah,
cats.
like kind of
munch.
like
Do you even have an active count on how many cats you have right now?
yeah.
Or do
2.
they just kind of roam?
2.
No way you just have 2 cats right now.
Yep. Just
When
2.
we were kids, you had like fucking 30 cats.
Yeah, well, those were barn cats though. So like,
Where was the barn for the barn cats?
the garage?
That's a garage cat.
They were garage cats, bro.
Do you not know what the term like a barn cat is?
I know what a barn cat is.
Well, I remember.
Well, they're like barn cats, but they live in the garage.
I remember with the garage cats, we'd be drunk as fuck, and we would be walking downstairs to get snacks, or rather upstairs at that point, and we'd be getting chips, and then all of a sudden you just hear thunk, and it'd be a cat crawling up the window, fucking into the barn, and there'd be like I don't know, a couple of them, and then
They'd just be hanging up there. On
Worst
the
thing about
windowsills.
garage and
It's
barn
awesome.
cats, a barn cat is more than likely inbred, and
Oh,
they're
they for sure.
dumb
Oh,
as shit.
All of these cats were
Entirely inbred.
oh 100 because we
What's so
started
bad
out with
about that?
one cat. We started out with one cat, went out, got knocked up, started having cats, and then those cats started having cats.
with
Well,
each
I
other.
tell you
other.
what, the worst inbred cats were at Stilger's because Oscar started a new trend of barn cats.
Yeah, I like
where-
those cats.
I liked those cats, but they were of the worst type of incest. Oscar
Is there a good
conveniently
type of
named a girl cat named Oscar. It just seems odd to me.
Thought it was a
So that cat, we would get drunk, and like when you would piss outside, it would try to get under the stream of piss. So we called it Piss Cat for the longest time.
we would try to move away.
We would
Yeah,
try
we
to
would
move
avoid
away.
It would
We would avoid
legitimately.
It would
vomit.
want to be
It would
fucking
want to
golden
be
shower.
pissed on.
I guess
So-
it would get off from that or something.
I don't know,
I
but
I
you would
was
literally be
uncomfortable.
walking in a circle, and it would follow your piss stream
I was
around.
fucking uncomfortable with it. I was like, I don't want to piss on you.
Well,
Like, you're a-
eventually,
I
when
just-
I'd get to a certain point of drunk, I'd just fucking stand there, and if it got under my piss, it got under my piss. I couldn't control. Like, I'm just gonna walk in a circle. Eventually, she's gonna get in there.
Yeah.
Well, this barn cat. Well, she wasn't a barn cat at first. She was an inside cat,
Yeah.
and then when she became a barn cat,
Mm-hmm.
Oscar would have kittens. Those kittens that would then have kittens with her. So she was having kids with her grandkids at one point. How fucked is that?
Like the Game of Thrones.
It was, and then Oscar. Anytime Oscar would die, they named the next one in line Oscar. So I think they're on to like 7 Oscars
my
now.
grandma would do that with dogs. Every dog she ever had in her entire life, she named Cho-Cho. So my dad growing up, he would refer to the dogs as like the street name Cho-Cho. He'd be like, oh, the Raccoon Drive Cho-Cho. And then they'd be like, oh, the Reno, Nevada Cho-Cho. And then, like even she had one at her last house, Little Collie, Cho-Cho.
Cho-Cho.
It's a great name.
Cho-Cho.
for a dog.
Chocho is a good name for a dog, for being
She
honest.
Cho-Cho.
When-
Cho-Cho, come on.
You could yell at a dog named Chocho.
Cho-Cho. Cho-Cho.
That woman's so smart. She wouldn't have-
Frenton.
I know, but you
Frenton!
gotta name
Frenton!
it. You gotta name a dog something you can yell at it though.
I still want to get a dog named Yahtzee,
Yahtzee.
and then one named Bingo. I can go Bingo.
Bingo.
Like I just won every time.
Well, I always wanted to get 2 dogs, and I've probably told you all this before, but I don't think I've said it on the podcast.
You gonna breed them?
No, no, they're not going to be bred. It's going to be Megan will never let me have a big ass dog, but I want a big ass like Great Dane and name it something sweet like Fluffy, and then the tiny dog. I want a tiny dog and name it something fucking mean like Trigger. Buzzkill.
Tiny dogs are useless. Any dog under 20 pounds is a cat.
Well, that's gonna end up being what me and Megan get probably, because she wants something that doesn't shed, and usually the bigger ones always shed no matter what. So.
No, that's fair. You get like a Dalmatian or something with short hair.
I think do they still have Dalmatians? I haven't seen a Dalmatian since I was
You
a
get a
kid.
golden doodle. Those things don't really
They
shed.
didn't go extinct.
That's what Megan's brother has. He has a mini golden doodle.
But I had
A big old.
I had a straight-haired doodle at one point. My ex and I had one, and
That thing fucking sucked.
Was
oh
it?
my god,
It was
That
the name of
dog
the
was
week.
sucked.
The dog was
Ellie.
the worst.
Didn't you have a dog with her that had the
Both
fucking
Wednesday.
name? Wednesday.
Both of them sucked. They were terrible dogs.
I hated those dogs.
Those are so
Especially,
bad.
I remember the one that was named after a day of the week was the fucking worst.
They were so
Fuck that dog.
fucking
Who wants to own a
annoying.
dog named Saturday? Nobody, bro.
Well,
I mean, they had their moments. They had
They
their
had their
moments
moments.
that
That would
Some
be.
dogs.
They had their moments that made me hate them more.
That's
Is it-
that's
It was only shit that just made me like, damn, I hate
I don't know,
this
but
dog.
I am just a dogs of all kind lover.
oh, I'm a
so,
sucker for a
I
dog.
don't know.
I love
I
all
don't know,
dogs.
man.
Every single dog I love. Every
Some
single.
dogs
I
I'm
like
just not
dogs,
feeling 'em.
but yeah, some
You
dogs.
all are
it's like-
cat people, though.
I love cats. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
there's not a cat you don't love.
But where I
Yeah,
was
there
going with
is.
that before is
Yeah,
the
there's some
straight-haired
cats.
doodles. The straight-haired doodles, they shed like crazy.
Yeah.
The curly-haired ones don't. The straight-haired, oh my gosh,
They're the worst.
her hair was everywhere.
What was Roxy?
She was a Scottish
Oh.
Terrier.
Yeah,
Roxy.
she shed like a
Roxy.
mother.
I remember.
was
I remember
great.
one
Great
time.
dog.
Can we say that we got a dog high? Is that
I don't give a shit.
What are you talking about?
we got Roxy high one time?
Oh, that's awesome.
How?
So like apparently like if you like exhale like the weed into like their ears or something like that, like it gets in their system somehow.
I've seen a
And-
bunch of people on TikTok doing that.
And
Oh my
Roxy
God.
got high and she turned into straight like freaking secret agent dog. Like she was like looking around like she was like on the hunt for something. She like found something, and I remember following her literally laps around the entire house, like up the porch, around the house, around the backyard, back up the porch again. She was just sniffing around everywhere like she was just following something, and she was just following it in a circle. It could have been herself that she was following, for all I know, honestly.
You were setting her down a dangerous path. You were gonna come home one day and she's gonna have a double cup of lean in her pocket. She's gonna have 2 dog bowls stacked
What
on
you want,
top of
bruh?
each other filled with the wok, bro.
Hey, John, what you want? You want some of this wok?
Let me hold some of that, John.
So
For my dogs.
now, I have a couple things that I'd like to do on our New Year's podcast. So what I've got is New Year's resolutions I want to go through and get everybody's New Year's resolution. And we'll start with John. What's your New Year's
Okay.
resolution? It can be funny. It can be stupid.
Now mine's pretty serious. I
I want
wanted
a bigger
to,
dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
want 2
Good luck wishing for that, pal.
Well,
We've
we
been
all know
talking
that
about
one ain't gonna
shit
happen.
for years.
Well, so mine was I wanted to get in the gym more, and I wanted to start like another like passive income side hustle. So like kind of maybe do some like drop shipping kind of stuff.
Mhm.
You know, figure something out. Just a little extra spending money just to
Mhm.
either
Buy
put
more
back
mixers.
or to buy another mixer. You know, more equipment.
Buy more music equipment.
But just another like kind of passive income stream. Cause like I got like side hustle of music, but that's going obviously that money goes back into
Back in music.
music, buys
Mhm.
more equipment. So this will just kind of be another thing also to kind of bring up the brand of Angel Run Records. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
'Cause,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
multiple streams of income under the LLC. So I feel like that'd be kind of a cool thing, which I wanted to
Yeah.
talk with you some about that. So
I've been thinking about that too.
we'll talk about.
Well, Brandon, what do you got? What do you want to do in 2023 that you ain't been doing right?
I mean, shit. I honestly, I don't really do New Year's resolutions for the most part.
I don't
But,
either, usually.
Yeah, I don't. Because I'm like, if I want to make a change, I'll just make it any fucking day. I don't care about New Year's. But I don't know. I do want to eat a little better. Like, I slack when it comes to just even eating like enough food sometimes. So I'm like, I don't know. I've been eating yogurt in the mornings and shit, just trying to. I don't know. I'm like, I'm 24. Like I'm getting a little old. Like I gotta start taking care of myself a little better. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe if anything that, but I don't know. Keep the music coming. You know, I've only been doing the rap shit for about a year now. So I'm like, well, let's see where that is. You know,
Do you have
another
like
year
a goal in mind for music for this year?
Oh, not really.
Not
Probably
specifically
just,
this year.
Drop a couple albums, honestly, or mixtapes or whatever I decide to call them. I don't know. I mean, I've already got the one basically done. So
Sweet.
yeah, I don't know. Other than that, no, I don't really have too much. It's been a pretty good year, so I'm like, let's just keep it fucking chugging.
Keep it chugging.
Keep it chugging.
Jordan, what you got?
I don't know. I mean, like Brandon said, I don't really care too much about.
I usually don't do them
Not
either, but
resolutions.
I have goals in mind, but it has nothing to do with
With New Year's.
New Year's. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I do want to start playing places again, but like we're about to play again here in a couple weeks.
28th. Which
Yeah.
if you're local, Alibi, January 28th. Jordan Keenan and I.
Damn,
I'll be there.
Yeah,
I'll
but
be
I
there.
need to.
That sound crazy.
Yeah, I want to start popping back off with playing places because I do miss doing that. We were real deep into it first part of last year, but it kind of died out.
Little side question here: how's it looking with gummy bears and Red Bull?
It's pretty much done. I'm finishing it today and turning it in today.
Well,
Yeah,
well.
You heard it here first.
January 20th.
January 20th.
That's a
My
very
bir-
special
That's
day.
my birthday.
Oh,
That's my birthday and
How
my
old you gonna
EP
be
drop.
on this,
24th birthday for
Damn.
my 6-track EP.
Yo, you
King,
going crazy.
king
Yep.
shit, king
that's
shit.
4 tracks for every year.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
No, 4 years for every
Fuck,
track.
we're gonna be 25 this year.
Yeah, we are.
God damn,
My whole-
jeez, halfway to 30.
I did have a realization with this EP though, because it's not really like the music isn't really. It's a lot more kind of. I don't know how to explain it. It's not really like upbeat stuff per se outside of a couple songs. It's a lot more like. It's kind of like one of those EPs that it's kind of meant to be listened through in order because some of them kind of feed off each other.
Okay.
But it's not like type of shit that you would play in like a bar or something. Yes.
I have an idea for the name of your buddy.
What?
Call him Gummy Bear, or Red Bull.
I thought about calling him Randy Newman, but
Randy
Newman.
I like Randy Newman.
Okay, and that's a better name.
Randy's a good
The
name.
pet of the pod, Randy Newman.
got a friend in me.
honestly, I'm half tempted just to set up the thing in here and he's just sitting right here.
Then I gotta feed him. Then I get this shit into the gift.
I'll buy the food.
You just gotta do the motion, and make Jordan clean his tank every week. He's here.
Every
week's a
week.
Fucking beta fish. We'll be lucky if it gets cleaned once.
So, New Year's resolution for me is to eat better. Just because I've obviously got the wedding this year, so I need to fucking lose some lbs. This is the heaviest I've ever been in my life.
The best way to do is eating better.
Ever in my life, I've never weighed this much. Yeah, like when I was young, I was a little fat kid, but like I was also a smaller frame.
No, even before we started working out. I mean, I feel like you were bigger then than you are now.
Maybe
In
just
pictures-
hold it different,
in
but
pictures, maybe you just hold it different.
I may hold it different, but the weight is heavier than I've ever been. So, cutting these, that's why I said I don't go by a specific date. I needed caffeine this morning, and I don't know how to use the iced coffee machine in here yet.
That's fair.
So I need to figure that out.
That's fair.
What about like tea? Tea's good. Tea's pretty
Do
clean.
all three of you drink coffee?
I drink a lot of coffee.
I just started trying it. The iced coffee
Very
works for
rarely.
me, but I don't do hot coffee.
Really?
It's gross. I don't like it. I don't like the taste of coffee, honestly.
I've actually switched over to drinking black coffee lately.
It's
Really?
I can't
Yeah. It's a
handle
lot
it,
better
bro.
for
It
you.
leaves my throat with this nasty feeling.
That's why you
I
gotta
just
chew
don't like
gum. That's why I chew so much
it.
fucking
I hate
gum.
chewing gum. I absolutely despise chewing gum.
I'd say about 75% of the day I'm chewing gum.
Megan is the same way. Her and her family, like when we go on a trip or something, they'll go through a fucking pack in a run. And I'm like, I can't. And I think I've chewed gum around Megan like twice, and every time I do it, she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? You chewing gum?"
She's like, why are you moving your mouth like that?
What are you
Fuck
trying to
is that in
say?
your mouth?
What are you trying to say?
Just
Are you?
fucking say it, Lucas.
So, also on the New Year's list here, we've got movies and TV.
Wow.
Before we get into that, I don't think we talked about it last
Oh.
podcast. We went and saw Avatar 2
Well-
as a family
Oh,
I did not go.
without Jordan
I-
Jones.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
We had other
They hate
people
us.
of the SchmutzCast lore that went with us. Stilger and Zach hasn't been on the podcast yet, but he will be soon. He's on my streams all
He
the
was
time.
there for the big one, wasn't he?
No.
Was he not?
It was
Oh, he was
Pa-
supposed
it was
to be
Patty,
Patty,
Ryan, and Stilger.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Patty
He was
Ryan
supposed to
still-
be there, but he ended up not coming that night.
Yeah,
That's
even
what it was.
Ryan's been on it, but I mean, he barely talked during it.
Yeah, well, what did you expect?
That's true. He was just kind of he's just kind of a body. He was
just big chilling.
he was body warmth.
Body warm.
Was he keeping you warm? Is that
He
what you
was.
mean?
He was keeping our souls warm.
Well,
Presence.
in lieu of that, we saw a lot of movies this year. I did. I saw a lot of movies. But I would say my number one movie of the year. Go before me. I gotta
Okay.
think about this.
All right, so my number one, I already know exactly what my number one movie and number one TV show were. Number one movie was Black Phone.
Black
We
Phone's a
actually,
banger.
Jordan and I watched that with Lucas, and it was good. I liked it.
I liked it. It was like it felt like old classic horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Really
It was
good. Really
interesting.
fucking good.
My favorite TV show, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings,
Um,
man.
man.
What a
Watched it.
winner of a show.
You still haven't watched it?
No, I
Gotta get
forgot
on
about
I'll
that,
watch
to
it.
be
I'll watch it with you again.
I'd rewatch it too.
I haven't
yeah.
seen Diamond.
Y'all need to start
looked
watching
good.
it on Sundays when you got that time together as a family.
Yeah.
All right.
And now you can add Randy.
What do you
Yeah, I could add
fucking
Randy.
got?
Favorite movie of the year?
I bet you don't know what's coming.
Probably Avatar 2.
Wow, it's no way.
It was just Titanic in space. James Cameron.
You know James Cameron? I
Fucking
saw
did it
James
again.
Cameron got pissed because people were calling the toucan. They were calling those whales. And he's like, they're not fucking whales. They're toucan.
Yeah, don't fucking call them whales. They're not. They're a whole species, bro. They
James
said it-
Cameron's off his fucking rocker, bro. What
So
the fuck
fucking
is he doing?
Well, you think he's off his rocker with 2? Wait till you see 3.
Yeah, they got water people this time. It's fire people next time.
Yes.
But it's
that-
gonna be the same fucking movie.
Fun fact: my family asked me if I wanted to go see that today. I said no.
Oh, piss off! You should have went.
No, it's
No,
a
it
waste
was-
of 3
It
fucking
was great. I
it
enjoyed
looks
it.
it looks awful.
The graphic, the story wasn't insane or anything. I mean, like I said, it's like,
Bro,
Was it Dances with Wolves?
the
No.
CGI
I thought the
CGI
graphics
though.
were fire.
They talked
I know
that
the
up
graphics
like
were
it's
so
gonna be
fire.
like because of how Avatar 1 was like a jump in CGI. It was at the
It was.
time. They said Avatar 2 is gonna be the same thing. No, bro. There was multiple times in that movie I was like, that's supposed to be the future of CGI. There was one scene where there's a guy in a boat or a group of guys in a boat, and the boat fucking hits a rock and rolls and explodes.
That did look shit.
Looked like shit. It looked terrible. That was.
I
I'll
enjoyed
say.
it for what it was.
I'll say there was probably only 2 or 3 scenes where the CGI was just fucking so terrible. And I wouldn't say that if it wasn't hyped up to be the best CGI we've ever seen.
Some
Yeah.
of the CGI in there was amazing.
There was some
Like
good
the
ones.
scene at
Well,
the
let me
end
ask
when
you
it's
this.
Dark after the, well, I won't.
I don't think those dark scenes work
You're-
for those movies to
No.
me.
I'm
The
not gonna see
fucking-
it.
Well,
You know when
I'm
they're
more
for the
thinking for
pod,
the
for the
viewers
pod.
than for you. I don't give a shit about
when
you.
the learning
I'm thinking about the viewers.
when they're learning how to ride the fish, that the CGI for the water was really fucking good.
Yeah.
But like for them to call that the next thing of CGI, no. Honestly,
oh, no, I
So
don't think
okay,
it's
let me
that
ask you
kind
this
of
question
impact.
though. You were saying how fake the boat hitting the rock and
Mhm.
flipping. Have you ever seen that happen in real life?
no, but I've seen movies do it better.
How do you know?
It was.
How do you know?
I'll join his side. It was like a 5-second thing, but
It,
was not.
yeah,
that
it was
bad.
not a
It was
long
not that
thing,
bad.
but I
But
looked
have
at
you
Zach
ever
and
seen
Keith
it in
where I was like,
person?
Are you fucking serious?
But have you ever seen it in person?
Also, another thing that
The car
they all
exploded.
loved that I absolutely fucking despised, I thought it was the dumbest shit ever, is they had all these crafts, right, of how to maneuver the world and, like, in the water. They have these cool
Yo,
submarines,
I
right?
forgot about these things.
There's
bro.
a fucking, like a sphere-looking thing, and then it pops out legs, and it's shaped like a goddamn crab. It's
so
a crab little submarine.
crab
And,
robot.
and Stilgar was like, that was the coolest thing in the fucking movie. I'm like, that is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
You didn't like the crab robot, okay.
I just think it was dumb.
The
I
crab bot?
I
That's
didn't
okay.
I didn't
I
hate
liked it for what it was.
I didn't hate the direction
what I
that they
needed.
went though.
It was what I needed.
The direction that they went of the overarching story that
well,
they had to get out and go somewhere else. So they found different
they
people.
just turned a profit as of like 2-3 days ago, so they've already confirmed like 3, 4, and 5 are all coming.
Yeah, they've got release dates for them. I looked it up last night because I was
3's
curious.
already almost shot.
3's done. It's in post.
Yeah.
3 comes out next December. 4 comes out in 2024, and 5 comes out in 2027.
That's so lit.
They have that shit, bro. I remember being in elementary school, and I had that Popcorn Flicks app that told you what movies were coming up next. You'd always scroll to the top to see the furthest ones away. It was Avatar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was like, now it's 2022, and we finally got Avatar 2, and it was to me a letdown.
They needed one Avatar movie.
They
don't need all these guys.
I thought it was okay the way it was. Just leave it there, and it would be an okay film.
All they fucking make now are fucking sequels to stuff. Like that's
like
all they
saying
fucking do.
It's like saying you're like, oh, I'm tired of Star Wars because it's all sequels. It's
I am. They need to stop making Star
journey.
Wars shit. And I love Star Wars.
Let's
No, bro.
Yeah.
Mandalorian,
Well, I'll agree with him on that
Andor, all those TV
Mandalorian,
shows.
cool. Mandalorian was good.
See, give me a
But
spin-off with
all the other-
Warriors of Awa.
It's
I don't
universally agreed in, at least in the online community that I've seen, that Andor is the best piece of Star Wars content since the fucking 80s.
I've stopped watching Star Wars stuff.
I
I've
love
heard Andor was
everything
good.
Star Wars.
But
Jedi Survivor comes out this year, the game.
I'm not gonna play.
You didn't play Fallen Order, did you?
No.
You're missing
So-
out,
You can
dude.
go so
Yeah.
far with one thing. It's just milking the same fucking
Yeah.
pit for the last.
I don't think it's milking
80
the same
years.
thing. It's a giant universe. There's so much they can do in it.
I don't know.
So I think that what we should do is we should make our own movie, make something brand new.
let's
We
make a
got the
shit ton of
equipment.
sequels and spin-off
Well,
series.
let's get John in on it, and he'll just buy everything.
Yeah, he
He'll
will.
buy
He
it
will.
all.
He will.
Hey, I bought this
I'll fund it.
$90,000 camera on layaway.
I'll fund it.
Who wants to hold the $2,000 boom mic?
So Jordan,
Oh, wait,
what's your
I didn't say my
TV show? TV show.
Well, that's I guess another one of my resolutions from this year is I want to finish up One Piece or get up to current on One Piece.
I think you're on track.
Oh yeah. I just hit the 830s I think last night. So I've almost been at it almost 2 years now. So I'm like I want to get up to date so that way.
You're
I can
the
start.
reason I don't get to play games with Stilgy
That's
anymore.
That's okay. I
Every
don't
time we
care.
play games, I hear Keeb in the background. You want to watch One Piece?
Well, yeah.
and he knows Stilgar will never say no to
He'll
watching
never
One
say
Piece.
no till we get up to date, and then we'll have to go week to week with it.
You know, I gotta say, my favorite person to play video games with is, I'm sorry, but probably Stilgar. Just because
I 100% agree.
it's
There's
like
no comparison.
he joins the party and I'm instantly happy, and it's just like. As soon as he
Stilgy,
joins,
come
I'm just like,
over.
Stilgy, come over.
Come
It's like,
over.
no, you come over.
I love
My house is
Stilgar 'cause
better.
He'll pop
You don't
off
leave,
some
bro.
just
You don't leave
shit
that house.
all the time. I every time Stilgar's in the party, I know I'm gonna have a good time.
Like the other day, he joined when we were playing Warzone, and he's like, "Wait, you're playing Warzone with John? He's trash at Warzone."
Oh, God.
I
Where-
have so
where
much
were
fun.
we?
Yeah.
We're on Jordan now, right?
Yes, Jordan needs a TV show and a movie.
Movie. I didn't watch very many movies in 2022.
Okay, so
Literally
it doesn't
the-
have to be in 2022 for you. If you can think of a movie you watched this year that you loved.
Well, I was gonna say one that did come out in 2022 though. Cause
Okay,
Because the other day I watched Glass Onion, and I expected it to be garbage, but it was actually pretty fucking good. I didn't like the way it ended, but like, I don't know, the build up to all of it was really cool. Those murder mystery things are kind
Mhm.
of cool. I kind of want to start getting into those. I haven't watched something like that before.
They don't make a lot of them anymore.
No.
They're few and far between.
There was a Netflix movie that came out a few years ago that was like a murder mystery. I think I watched it with my sister.
Knives Out.
Is that what it was?
Probably.
Knives Out
Bird
wasn't
Box.
a Netflix one.
No.
Bird Box.
That was basically what was the movie that they compared that to? I can't
Bird
remember.
Box.
Yeah,
A Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place. Yeah, it was essentially A Quiet Place, but with vision instead of. instead of.
Yeah.
What?
Those horror
sound.
movies are corny to me, man. But what's your TV show?
Honestly, I don't think I watched any new TV shows this year. I think.
Well, it doesn't have to be a new TV show. It can
I
be a
think-
season of a show that you haven't
I
seen.
think season 2 of I Think You Should Leave came out this year,
Ooh.
and that show was fucking
We did
phenomenal.
watch that show a lot.
We watched the shit out of that show this year. And there was only 2 seasons. I've
Mhm.
seen both seasons so many times.
What about Cheaters?
Oh.
Well, Cheaters stopped filming in
Cheaters
like
stopped filming
2008,
a
so
long
We
time
stopped filming in like 2008.
I think that might
But
be a
you
little
all
bit
did start
too.
watching that in 2022.
We brought up Cheaters on the show before, though.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I thought we started watching Cheaters last year,
We did.
Oh, was
like in
it?
2021. We've been
No,
watching.
wait, no. We watched when we moved into the house because it would hit Saturdays. And
Well,
we'd
yeah,
be-
you did
we
move
would,
in a couple
like,
months after
everybody
we
would be
did.
up late coming home, and we'd be like, "What the fuck's on TV?"
Cheaters.
Turn it on, and we'd be like, "Cheaters!" We're like, "Let's go see these people's lives get ruined."
No, I think You Should Leave is a
Yeah.
fucking phenomenal show. It's easily one of my favorite shows I've ever seen. in
I've
my
been wanting to
entire
check
life.
that one out.
It's so goddamn funny.
I think since I've watched a lot of movies this year, I'm gonna give a top 3. So I would say my third favorite of the year was probably I'd say Top Gun Maverick was up there. So Top Gun was 3. I really liked Doctor Strange. I'd probably put that at a 2. And then my number 1 goes to my boy Jordan Peele with Nope.
I've been meaning to
Nope
see that. That
was
looked interesting.
fantastic. It got a lot of hate because it's not like his other 2 films that have come out, the Get Out and Us.
Get Out was fucking great.
Those 2 movies
Us was
are
also
great,
really good.
That was great.
but this one is in a league of its own because literally he described it in the best way. It's a space or it's a spaghetti western with UFOs, and that's literally what it is.
That's
Like
so fire.
it was really good. It had me on the edge of my seat. Megan didn't like it that much. We went to the movies day 1 to see that because I'm a Jordan Peele stan. I love the 2 movies that he already made.
Yeah.
But Nope was really
loved
good.
Us. I loved Us.
We'll have to have a movie night and watch Nope because I love it. And the CGI in Nope is fucking incredible. That is
better than
good
Avatar.
shit. Yeah, I'd say so.
Wow.
Well,
It's probably a little bit more simple too.
well,
though,
it's
if
a
we're
lot
being
more
honest.
simple because you don't have to CGI fucking everything. Like
Yeah.
Avatar, the entire movie is CGI. Which, to give them their credit, having the whole movie CGI and me only be able to pick out like 4 or 5 things that didn't look too great, that's pretty damn good. I'll give them that. That's the best you're gonna get out of me.
you call it bad due to the standard of it. It's not.
Well, no,
done
it's
poorly,
not a
it's just-
terrible movie. It's
Hold on,
of what
let
it was
him- let him
hyped
cook.
to. It was what it was hyped to. If I didn't have it hyped to that,
Let
I
Papa
would
cook.
give it I would give it a good score.
It's like they set the bar here, but they only reached here.
Yeah.
If they would have set the bar
Which is
here,
relatively
and
above
exceeded
average.
that,
Yeah.
then they would have been. Then people would have been like, "Wow, that was fantastic."
But I would say like Avatar 1 put the bar pretty high for CGI, and I don't think Avatar 2 did anything to push it any higher.
Well, we'll see what it's like on rewatch on
We'll
home
see.
theater.
We'll see.
Home theater.
TV show wise, I'd say Rings of Power's got to win. That's number 1 for me. The honorable mentions, I'd say House of Dragon, just because of the ending of House of Dragon sets up season 2 to be some of the craziest Game of Thrones that we've ever fucking seen. And then Stranger Things season 4 also came out. Stranger
I forgot
Things
I
about
meant
that.
to catch up on that show. I liked
The
season
newest
1
season-
so much.
I will
Megan
watch
says
it
it was
with you, man.
slow.
I will watch whatever you're on. I will watch it with
It's
you.
a little long, but I think there's
think
certain things they could cut out, but most of it is pretty damn good.
Oh, because all the episodes are like different lengths, aren't they? Like some of them
Yeah,
are like
so
really long.
The last episode's like a feature-length film.
Yeah, the last episode, there's like a 2-part to the last episode. It's like a
It's almost 3 hours,
Yeah.
I think, is the last episode.
the last 2 episodes are like hour and a
One
half
I
each.
did want to mention, one TV show that I watched in 2022. I just watched it in December, and I binged the whole first season. It's a show called From, and it's not on any streaming platforms that I use, but I have other ways of watching it. But
Cool.
Hacker.
the premise of the show is like you see this family going out on a trip. The parents are like on the verge of divorce, so they're trying to come together with their family, their 2 kids, and they take their Winnebago on a trip.
Nice.
Well, the interstate or something's backed up, so they go take a back road. And in this back road, they go so far, and then they see a tree in the middle of the road. So like, fuck, okay, we'll have to turn around and find another way. So they pull into this old town, and there's people there, but it's really like early 1900s looking town. Like there's an old diner and all that, and there's people there, and they say, what's the closest way to the highway? And they're like, you just go that way, you'll see it. They go that way, end up coming back into the town. And they're like, fuck, we didn't see anything. They go around like 4 or 5 more times, and they're like, we have drove this slow as shit every time and don't find anything. And it's getting close to nighttime. And in this town, you're supposed to be inside by night. And he's like, I don't have a lot of time to tell you this, but you need to get inside with us right now, and I'll explain everything that's going on. He's like, we have all been through exactly what you're doing right now. Some of us have been here for years. Some of us just got here a couple months ago. And they don't know how to get out. They crash the Winnebago in the first episode. And the kid has like a spike through his leg. And one of the townspeople is like, okay, I have this fucking stone here. And you're not going to believe me, but this stone is going to keep whatever is outside at night out. You need to, because there's these things outside that look like people at night, and they talk like people, but the only way they can get you is if they get in, because they have these talisman rocks on the door, and they try to convince you that you know them and to let them in. And if you let them in, they'll fucking they're like vampire types, and they'll just fucking eat your throat out and shit.
Oh yeah.
So that's like an old vampire rule. You can like invite them in.
Well, that's a show we watched this year. I think you should, what? That's the vampire show.
Oh shit! Yeah, that did come out this year. Oh, What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, you all told me about that.
That show's
fantastic.
funny as shit too.
Funny as shit.
Honestly, if both of those came out, like, because there was like season 4 of What We Do in the Shadows, but honestly, both of those are so fucking good.
Well, now that we've done shows and movies, let's do a quick run of best music of the year. I'm just going to go ahead and straight up say my album of the year is Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Oh,
yeah.
100%, no doubt in my mind, not even close. Nobody.
Mine is
mind
definitely going to
touched.
be very different than yours, Zach.
Well, yours is country.
Mr. Morale was great.
I got a different one.
So, John, what do you got?
American Heartbreak by Zach Bryan.
You would.
Ooh.
I listened through that the other day. I like him, but sometimes when country artists try to put their voice crack in it to like spice up the song, some people do it really good, some people do it really bad. I think he does it really good in some songs on that album, and some songs it's like pushing it. Like you don't need that in this song. But all in all, I like it. I like his music.
It's very much like the Tyler Childers feel. He's very much
that's
got like
one guy with the country voice crack thing that I think he gets right every time.
Oh yeah,
I think
Tyler
Tyler
Childers
Childers gets it every time.
And I'm actually gonna get to go see. I don't know if you all know who Billy Strings is.
I've heard of him.
I'm gonna go get to see Billy Strings at the end of February.
One of our friends, the one that's in the set of triplets, he was in Migraine.
Yeah.
He went and he said it was great. He said
Oh,
it's fantastic.
I've heard that he's a phenomenal performer.
Bring some money for merch, though. Apparently, he said it's kind of expensive. So, yeah, he said it was great though.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Billy Strings, Dust in a Baggie. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of dust in a baggie.
Awesome.
What do you got, Brandon?
That sounds fun.
What's your album of the year?
Fuck. I mean, all I listened to this year was Kendrick and fucking Yeet, bro. That was like literally.
Yeah, I found myself coming back to Kendrick a lot.
Yeah.
After Mr.
was
Morale.
great. Metro's album was great.
Metro's
Future's
album was great. Future's album was good.
Absol's album was great. There's a bunch I still need to listen to, like Joey Badass. I haven't listened to.
Well,
that.
honestly,
Haven't
fucking
listened to SZA's.
SZA's is great.
I've
love
heard
SZA's
hers is
album.
really good. I haven't listened to
Yeah,
that.
Drake's was really good.
I liked Drake's first one better than his second one. Unpopular as
Really?
fuck opinion. Honestly, never mind.
You still like her loss less than honestly never mind.
Yeah, I think it's the placement of when I listen to it, because like I was at the beach when I listened to that. So like
yeah,
I
that's
listened to that intoxicated on the beach,
Setting changes a lot of things sometimes.
And now every time I listen to that album, I think of the beach, and it makes me relaxed, and I enjoy it.
No,
So
that's very cool.
honorable mention there. What do you got?
I'm torn between two. So I'm torn between A Few Good Things by Saba.
Ooh,
It
that
didn't
was
get a
good.
good pop,
Still need to
but
listen to that.
I
That's a
thought
great
I thought
one.
it was a
It was
great
great.
fucking album.
I thought it was great. It's
I'm
not
a
his
hu-
best.
It's not, but I'm just a huge Saba
Care
fan
for
too.
Me is
Care for Me.
He's never gonna
That's
be.
a
Yeah,
lot.
he
Yeah.
couldn't have matched Care for Me. Care for Me was so fucking good, but I really thought A Few Good Things was still really good. And then also Melt My Eyes by Denzel Curry was really fucking.
Oh,
good.
I liked that one too.
That T-Pain song that he has on there
Mhm.
is so fucking
I think
good.
that he threw a couple throwaways in there.
He-
That's why.
yeah, it wasn't front to back, but like I liked a lot of
I
songs
genuinely
that was on
enjoyed that album.
Even the pre-releases, like Walking, was so fucking good. I can't remember what the other one was called, but there was another one that he pre-released that I really liked.
Did you all
too.
see Brockhampton's new song, Big Pussy?
I did not
I
even
don't
listen
pay
to
attention
it.
Rock Hand.
So I listened to it and I didn't love the song, but when I was on the way to Stilger's the last time I went there, I was listening to that and I had it on shuffle and it went to Nikes by Frank right after. The transition almost made me wreck my fucking car. I was like, what the fuck was that?
Oh my god, really?
Because I have my Spotify set to have no cut in the middle, like no
Yeah.
space in the middle, just
Yeah.
let it run.
Oh yeah.
So it sounded like the same fucking song. I was like, yo, what the fuck was that? So now I have them on my playlist queued right next to each other all the time because I would not listen to that Brockhampton song if it was not for that moment.
What about artists?
Thank you, Frank.
What about artists who you're like looking forward to an upcoming release from?
Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean. I really,
I thought J-Rock.
J-Rock.
I want to release. from
What was
J-Rock
Redemption
bad.
was his last one?
Yeah.
That one was fire.
I'm interested to see Baby Keem's next release. I feel like he's gonna be like a generational superstar after his next one. Honestly,
I really liked Melodic Blue, but I really think
I thought Melodic Blue was just okay, but there were some songs on there I was like, yeah, this guy's gonna be a fucking star.
I think I still listen to Melodic Blue more than anything of Baby
Really?
Keem's. Yeah.
Man, I still listen to the Sound of Bad Habit. Probably most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good too.
Well, and there were a bunch of Kendrick leaks that came out the other day of like reference tracks from "Die for My Bitch" that Kendrick
Yeah.
was supposed to keep.
After I fucking listened to some of those leaks, I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
Kendrick is really putting Baby Keem
Oh
on.
yeah, dude. I
putting him
almost I
on.
have a bit of a pet theory that like Baby Keem. It's like a tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. Hold on for this one.
The Baby Keem
Like
is
Baby
Kendrick.
Keem is literally just the face. Even the voice is all still done by Kendrick.
Yeah.
I'm like, that would be. I mean,
I
it's
could
all
see
written.
it.
It's almost all written by.
Well, in
Kendrick,
Mr.
so-
Morale, there was two parts when on our first listen that we thought were Baby Keem.
Yeah.
And it was just Kendrick
No, I
doing
know.
the Baby Keem thing.
Yeah. Well, because I feel like it's been Baby Keem doing the Kendrick thing.
Oh yeah,
this
100%,
entire-
100%.
That whole thing is just a way for Kendrick just to get his rocks off with the fun music.
Yeah.
It's just write a bunch of crazy shit for his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
One artist. So obviously, like I listen to very much different music
Oh,
than
sure.
than you all.
Well,
I,
we
don't- I
like
think
it.
you
like-
say that, but you listen to that music more than we do, and we listen to hip hop more than you do. But
Yeah.
we all listen to the same stuff.
We do,
like,
yeah.
Generally.
But like one that I'm like kind of on the same topic of like interested to see like what some artists do next.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see what Morgan Wallen does next because and hear me
You
out.
are
'cause-
Morgan Wallen.
Because
I
listen,
look like Morgan
listen,
Wallen.
listen. No, hear me out on
You
this.
just want his next album to hit so that way people don't make fun of you in bars.
No. Listen, hear me out on this. So, with the sudden rise in like kind of the Tyler Childers and Zach Bryan sound, right?
He's
We
gotta
kind of
switch it up.
we kind of saw it with like Thomas Rhett. He started out real country, and then he went
Pop.
really pop, and then he kind of went back a little bit more country a little bit more recently, right? Back to kind of the old sound. So I'm wondering if Morgan Wallen is going to change up his sound a little bit and go more towards that Zach Bryan kind of sound, or if he's going to go straight.
I can't
Pop,
imagine.
hip-hop more
I
so.
can't. I can't imagine Morgan Wallen's gonna go back to being like real country because he's making
Yeah.
so much more money off of women.
Oh,
Like-
he's definitely doing it.
Like,
But that's why I'm interested to see what route he takes because
there's a guy.
is he doing it because he loves music? Is he doing it because of the money? Probably because of the money.
100% is because of the money.
Look at the dude.
Yeah, it's
Definitely
for the
the
money.
And
But-
like kind of same thing with Hardy. Hardy kind of went.
I can't stand Hardy. I
He
think
went-
all of his songs are fucking terrible in every sense.
He went from like country
Right.
to like metal.
Yeah, he tried to make country metal, and it is the
Yeah.
dumbest shit I've ever heard.
The first time
he
I
tried
heard
to
it-
do rap, he tried to do metal, he sucked at all of it.
First time I heard "Sold Out," I was like, "Damn, this kind of hits." Second time I listened to it, I was like, "This fucking sucks."
I think,
That's how it goes, man.
I think Hardy is absolute fucking garbage.
You know, like I liked whenever Rednecker came out, just because it was like, I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. Like,
Music like that. Sorry to cut you off, but I have a point with that. Music that makes up dumb fucking shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm rednecker than you. Dumbest fucking shit I ever
so
heard.
fucking stupid.
Like and people make fun of hip hop because of like some of the slang they use, and I feel like pop country artists try to make slang themselves and end up sounding fucking stupid.
well, it's the same thing with all genres. So like, I would say the same thing about a lot of the hip hop stuff because I just don't listen to it as deep as you all would. You all don't listen.
I
to
get
it.
that.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get that, but how
It's-
deep can you get with the word rednecker than you?
I mean, there's
I
deeper
mean,
parts of the
you
song.
but you listen
Like-
to Soldier Boy and he's just saying "pretty boy swag" for fucking
I don't-
3
but-
minutes straight. You know, It's
But there's certain things.
Like you
and
get what I'm
it's just-
saying.
yeah,
You get what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I think it's
100%.
artist by artist. I wouldn't
Yeah,
even
it's
say it's
absolutely
genre
artist.
by genre. Like it's artist by
Yeah.
artist.
I think
it's just interesting to see what you could even get away with these days. Like
Yeah.
I feel like there will be songs soon. Like you look at like the shit that Lil Uzi Vert is doing with the
yeah, I've got a point
with
about
the,
that.
the dum 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 like the Jersey club
Yeah,
beats,
yeah.
where like he'll fucking say like 6 words on the entire song and that shit blows up on TikTok because people just get shifty to it.
Well,
So it's interesting to see just what even, where's music going to be a couple years from now?
what I want to die, and it's 99% in hip hop. What I want to die is this extension of choruses and hooks. The amount of times that rappers say the same fucking line repeatedly, I can't even listen to it in my car because not only am I like, okay, let's get past it, but Megan's like, Jesus Christ, can he say it one more fucking time?
Yeah.
And it is annoying. It's annoying.
yeah.
Don't say the same fucking thing over and over again. If you
Well, I mean, you look at Playboy Cardi. I know you hate Playboy Cardi for this reason. You're like,
I think his
he has a song named "Jump Out the House." It's the only thing he says in the entire song.
Yeah.
It's just jump out the house, jump out the house, jump out the house.
I think-
I thought it was hilarious. I was like, this is fucking cool.
I think Die Lit
But-
was his last album not having that.
well,
Like,
a
or
whole
like,
lot of Red was an amazing.
I'm not saying that he's not going to be popular. What I'm saying is that I feel like with the rise of Yeet, Playboy Cardi, and Lil Uzi Vert,
Yeah.
that shit is going to make it to where all they have to do is say their hook for the entire fucking song,
Yeet
and
doesn't
that's
do
it.
That. Yeet's not that bad about that. He's way better than Cardi.
He's way better than Cardi. But
Because
there,
Yeet comes from the Young Thug school. He doesn't come from the Cardi school.
well, the whole thing to me
Fucking
is
like
I'm
so
so
big,
fucking
though.
tired of it. I'm over it. It's like
yeah,
there's
That's
so many
fair.
hip hop artists getting onto that.
yeah.
And like there's so many good hip hop albums that don't have that have actual like it doesn't even have to tell a story. Just
Yeah.
have more than like 10 words in the song.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not that hard. I mean, I'm not saying I could do it. I'm saying like
No, sure.
I'm saying like
That's just what you want to see.
that's what's trending right now, and that's one trend that I wish was not happening. I probably hate that more than
That's-
fucking country songs coming up with random words.
That's a good idea for a segment. Things you wish would die in 2023.
That's mine.
That's
That is
yours.
mine, 100%.
That's yours. Trends you think should just go away.
Oh, I meant to mention somebody I'm looking forward to this year to listen to new album, Greta Van Fleet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Greta
yeah.
Van
Good
Fleet,
choice.
new
They
album
are
coming
fucking
out this
good.
year, and I've heard that they're going to kind of go more modern rock rather than emulating Zeppelin and Floyd and I mean Motley Crue kind of some of their songs.
I'd like to see him try it.
Yeah, because
like, they're hella talented.
They're
Like, they are
so
so
talented.
fucking good.
So the great musicians, the singer, he's fantastic. I don't think he has to sound like Robert Plant to be good. I think he could make his own sound, which he kind of is moving that way. And I really feel like this next album is going to be the one that's like, hopefully they make their own lane. Because I'm cool with them being like Zeppelin 2, but there's only so far you can do that. Zeppelin already had fucking, 8 albums, I think? So
Zeppelin was already Zeppelin. I mean, they got to
well, Robert
eventually become
Plant's still
themselves.
making music, and he still sounds fucking great. So, like...
Robert Plant did an interview with someone talking about Greta Van Fleet.
Really?
I did not see
What did
that.
he say about it?
I'd be interested. He probably loves it, dude.
I don't remember because I was kind of multitasking and I just kind of had it on in the background. I was doing some work, had it on in the background. If I remember correctly, I thought he wasn't that much of a fan because he was like, "That's us." He's like, "That's Zeppelin."
I don't like that mentality, though.
I don't like that either.
I hate that mentality just for the fact of
Still a different person.
he had his day. They're one of the most popular rock bands of all time.
Still are.
Yes.
Like they still are.
Probably always will be. For the
And like
genre.
I'm sure they're making plenty of money off of streaming services.
Yeah.
Alone.
I don't think they're all still alive.
alone.
Is Jimmy? I don't know if Jimmy Page is still alive. Yeah, Jimmy Page is alive.
He's still alive.
I think Jimmy Page and Robert Plant are both still alive, but they don't do Zeppelin anymore.
Nah, they just-
Robert Plant actually had a country album with it's a late '80s country singer. She's I don't remember who it is, but
Dolly Parton.
no.
Maybe a hell
But
of a
he had made a
crossover.
whole album that was like a mix of Zeppelin rock and country with her, and they duetted every song, which was pretty good. But my thing to die this year, hopefully, is the repetitive ass hooks on hip hop music.
There you go.
What do you got? It doesn't have to be music.
I don't even fucking know.
People almost dying on the football field. You want that to end?
That would be preferable.
Yeah, that was fucking terrible,
That was
dude.
terrible.
That was terrible.
It was very sad.
Well, that's not
I've
even
got-
the first time that's happened. That was the second time that's happened this year, or like in the past year and a half. It wasn't a
Well,
football
this
player
one was-
last time,
I
but
mean, DeMar, he actually died on the field though.
so did Christian Eriksen in the
Did he?
Euros. Yeah, he had.
Oh, in
It
the
was a different.
Euros.
They both had
I was
cardiac
thinking for-
arrest.
I was thinking for football.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a different kind.
American
Different.
football.
Yeah.
American football.
Well,
No,
the
yeah.
last time that, or the only other time that someone has died on the football field, Alex looked it up the other day on Xbox.
Yeah, it was.
It was in the 50s.
Yeah, like that shit doesn't happen. It was weird.
I mean,
Which
that's-
he died,
I mean, yeah,
didn't
they,
he?
they had to shock him.
No,
fucking
yeah,
back
he
to
was
life.
he was
was
out
dead
for like
on the
he was
field?
out for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, he was. Dead
He's
on
not
the
playing
field.
football ever again.
No,
There's
for
no
sure
way.
not.
I don't know.
No,
He lost too much oxygen from
he's
being
he'll
out.
He'll probably do a bunch of shit with his charity and do a bunch of philanthropy.
Dude,
I did-
he was
I did like
literally
to
a
see-
charity the week before that happened.
Yeah, I know, and it got like $4 million in donations.
It got up to 8. I saw an
Got up
update
to
this
8?
morning. Yeah,
Holy
I did
shit.
like to see that because his goal
Good
was
for
like
him.
100K or something
No,
like that.
his goal was like $2,500.
Yeah, it was like nothing, and
was
it's like
nothing.
it got fucking obliterated.
Well,
Like
I mean,
it's so much more than.
That's
what
the
he
thing
was
that sucks
looking
is
for.
like people doing good stuff like that. And I have to say I'm guilty of it 100%. I didn't know he was doing that charity. And
Oh,
most
sure,
people aren't
yeah.
going to.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
we focus more on people's stardom than what they're doing philanthropically.
right.
Yeah, but he's a second string safety. So like,
Mm-hmm.
but those guys, those charities aren't going to be everywhere.
You're right.
So it kind of brought it to light whenever that did
Mhm.
happen. So that kind of brought it to light that he was doing all this stuff.
I
And
just
I
wish
think
we
that-
could hype up more players that do philanthropy like that, like do good things. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think people prefer stardom over like good deeds.
You know, it's so sad. It's so sad what happened to him. But I bet you that I don't know if he's out of the coma yet or not. Or
Oh, yeah, he's talking to
Yeah,
people.
He
he's
is.
up.
Yeah.
I bet you that if he's doing the philanthropy stuff and doing all that for the right reasons, he would probably say, "I'm thankful that this happened. That way, this could."
Probably,
could-
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
it
Well,
was
Well, he's
from
probably
videos
thankful for
I've
that
seen.
part of it. you know?
Exactly.
Right.
Well, did you all see what the first thing he said when he woke up?
Well,
he
did
couldn't
we
talk,
win?
but he wrote it on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
Had the
he
game
probably-
happen-
he
had the-
probably didn't even realize like what the fuck had happened.
Honestly,
I
yeah.
don't know. Did the game happen at that time? It hadn't happened yet when he said that.
They
They
played
played the
they
game.
honestly stopped
It was in
playing
the middle
game.
of the game.
It was in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I know all of this. I'm saying when he
Yeah.
woke up because they've already replayed that game, right?
No, they're not
They
gonna-
canceled
they're
the
not
game.
gonna
Oh, the
replay it.
game is canceled
Yeah.
entirely.
Yeah.
Now
And
that,
because of
now
that,
now that he's actually like been responsive and stuff, the league is like, now that they know he's okay, he's gonna get through it and stuff. They've kind of moved on to planning on how they're gonna do it because, like, granted, it was a big game. Like,
It was a
both
huge
of them,
game.
both of them had first seed up for grabs. But now, since both of them are just gonna have just missing a game, they got to figure out a way to do it. So I don't think they've officially made an announcement on what they're going to do, but there's a chance that the AFC Championship is probably going to be in a neutral location if either of them or the Chiefs are involved in the AFC Championship. So then no one has a home field advantage. So it could be in like Pittsburgh, it could be in Indy. Another thing that they were throwing around was that they might add an 8th team. So then it takes away that first round bye advantage of the number 1 seed. And another thing is so the AFC North, the Bengals are in the lead for it right now, and the Ravens are like right on their tail, right? And the Ravens beat the Bengals last time they played, and they're playing this weekend. And if the Ravens would have won this weekend, and the Bengals would have lost to the Bills last weekend, the Ravens would have won the division. But even if the Ravens win this weekend against the Bengals are going to have a better record because they're going to have one less loss.
Yeah, one less loss.
But they're going to have the same amount of wins, and the Ravens beat them twice. So both of them are kind of getting fucked in that. But what they're going to end up doing is they're going to do a coin flip to see who gets the home field advantage between the two of them for playoffs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm
That'd
pretty
be
sure that's the plan right now.
That'd
It's
be awesome.
crazy. Like, they've just never
Are there
seen
going to be
anything like
bets
this.
on that coin flip? Like,
I'm sure.
They're gonna be like-
there will definitely
Okay, so what do you think's holding them back from playing that game? I know
I
it
don't think
seems
it's
insensitive.
too
probably
late
the
now.
time.
It's too late
Yeah,
now.
time
I
frame.
mean,
that
it's
they
the
got.
last week. They'd have to push the playoffs back to do
Yeah.
that.
Well, but my whole thing was,
Well, they can't have games too often because of player safety. It's just
Oh, yeah, I know that, I know that.
the Players Association.
but if they
Yeah,
would
it's
have
not even
done
with the NFL,
if they would have
though.
done the game Wednesday
Yeah.
of last week,
They
Even
couldn't. It's
then.
too close.
Yeah.
It's too
still
close.
too close.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
They don't want to mess with players. Like, football is such a physically demanding sport. They have to space those games out. Some players
And
don't even
that's-
like playing every week.
Well, and if it was up to the NFL, they'd be playing them every fucking 2-3 days.
Mhm.
But that's just what they negotiated with the unions.
Granted,
Yeah.
as a fan, I'd love to see that, but
Well,
I also
yeah,
understand that it's like they're
Yeah.
throwing their bodies out there, just
Yeah.
absolutely getting
Well,
torn
now
out.
we know that for sure. That's a
Yeah.
rough scenario.
Hey, but speaking of playoffs, there's a reason why I'm wearing this green and gold jersey.
Nobody
Because
cares.
the Green Bay Packers are very much alive.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd
We
like
all
to-
thought
Cowboys.
we
I'd
were
like to point
dead.
something out. Last year, Jordan promised that if Green Bay lost in, was it the?
It was the playoff.
It was at some point in the playoffs. I think it was like,
I think I said the NFC Championship again.
yeah.
They didn't
and
even make it there.
they
but-
they lost the first game.
If they did, if they
Yeah.
didn't make it there, or if they didn't make it to the championship or something like that, he was going to sit in his shower with all of his Green Bay gear, with a cigarette and a beer,
Honestly,
and let the water just soak him while he's sitting in all of his Green
Well,
Bay
I'm
clothes.
gonna
do
say
that this year.
I mentioned this early on in the podcast for everybody that watches the podcast all the way back then in podcast lore. I did say that the Packers always have a great regular season, which this season they didn't have a fantastic regular season. But I'm just saying the playoffs gets in Aaron Rodgers' fucking dome piece.
Here's the thing. Here's
He's
the
a
thing.
chump.
Here's the thing. You know what happened last time the Packers scraped into the playoffs
We all
on a
do.
win and get in game?
Yeah.
They won the Super Bowl as a 6 seed.
They couldn't win the Super Bowl as a 1 seed.
Cowboys.
Well, it don't matter. Listen,
I'm going with the Browns.
here's the
Browns.
thing. Here's the thing. I did say I would
Probably
do that.
not.
I did say I would do that last year, but I wasn't as high on the Packers last year as I am right now for no reason. Because it makes no sense that I'm this excited about the 8-8 Packers, but for some reason my expectations are way higher this year than last year. Whenever the
Which
Packers were a
makes
1 seed,
no
That's
fucking
That's a
sense.
mistake.
they're hot. We actually
They were hot as fuck last year.
No, they weren't. They sputtered a little bit towards the end. This year they're on like a fucking
you're not at the
5-game
end
win
yet, bro.
streak.
They still got time to sputter out.
Oh man, I'm Bengals and Packers, Super Bowl Packers by 7.
I'm gonna say my top 2 to win this year is
Absurd.
Bills and Ravens. One of those two is who I'm picking for the Super Bowl champion.
This is
The Ravens
Cowboys
still
here.
don't have Lamar Jackson.
I'll be honest
know.
with you. I don't even know all the teams.
They've been
that are
playing
in.
good without him.
Cowboys
Yeah, they're on their
here.
third string quarterback now, though.
I don't
He
know.
doing all
Their
right.
backup just got hurt last week.
I know.
I don't know.
He played earlier in the season though. Third string played earlier in the
Did he?
season. He played week 2 or 3.
I don't know hardly
He did
jack
fine.
shit about like NFL football, and this is gonna kind of like segue into a point that I want to bring up.
Oh boy.
But like I don't even know who the teams are that are in the playoffs right now. Or
Could you
like,
name every NFL team?
You would have to give me time, but I could name them all. If you told me, is it 32 that there are? Is it
Yes.
32?
Yes.
So if I could give you the names of the cities, could you get all the names of the teams, or vice versa? Names of the teams, and then you get the cities.
Most of them.
Houston.
Most of them.
I love this TikTok trend. Sorry to put this aside, but there's a TikTok trend of people that go up to their dads or whatever and say, or not their dads. They go to like their girlfriends or something that don't know anything about football,
Big difference.
and they'll put the fucking logo. It'll be the dads with the daughters.
Oh,
It's just flipped.
yeah.
And they'll put the logos for a football team, and they'll be like, "What is this?" And they come up with the most outlandish shit, like the Ontario Dolphins or some shit like that.
The lightning
I'm
bolts.
going to the bathroom.
So, but where I was wanting to go with that is, so if you all didn't know, we are in a fantasy.
I knew you were
league.
gonna bring this
Oh,
fucking
God.
shit up.
That's such bullshit.
I kind of want LT in here for this
He
one.
needs to be in here for this. Regardless, I think to tie it in a knot with what we're talking about the playoffs, though, I think this year's actually gonna be really fucking interesting, though, because there's so much shit that could happen between everything.
I agree. It's
Like,
gonna be a
between the
good year.
canceled game and then the
So-
NFC's tight between everyone.
I'm
and
not gonna lie, I gotta pee really bad too.
Go piss.
there's only one bathroom.
There's two bathrooms.
Is there two
buddy.
bathrooms?
There are two bathrooms.
I didn't know there was one in his bedroom.
You are now listening to the Jordan and Brandon show.
The BJ show.
Where did John go? The fuck happened to him? Did he go to the bathroom too?
Yeah.
The terrible fucking timing. You could have waited till I got back.
He was like, I gotta piss really bad.
I can't wait to leave behind tolls on the bridges for next year because I'm pretty sure they're supposed to come.
They're supposed to come off this year
Supposed to come off
Really?
This year. Yep. They got a bunch of money from the feds.
to cut
Paid
that
off
shit.
the bridge.
Thank
Mhm.
God,
So
dude.
no more tolls.
That's
So
stupid.
we can actually start using that bridge as we needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! You know what else I want to leave behind?
Yeah.
Fucking daylight savings. That's supposed to end this year.
That's ending
yep,
this year, too.
daylight
Yeah.
savings.
I thought of that. It was so fucking crazy to me to think of our kids in the future. They're gonna think we're fucking crazy that we just took out an hour, put in an hour.
Well, it doesn't
we
make
did that
sense.
in the 90s already, I think in the
I don't
80s
think
or
we were
90s.
think it was the
alive.
80s when
That's
we
what I'm
were-
saying.
Well, I know we weren't alive, but we canceled daylight savings before, and everybody hated it so bad they switched back in like 2
Well,
years.
because I think there's a problem
Everybody hated it.
in
when-
daylight savings being gone that it's gonna be really fucking dark a
Yeah,
lot in the
people
winter.
kept getting fucking depressed as shit
Yeah,
because there was no sunlight.
but the summer's gonna be way better.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fine with me. Run it up. Run it up.
Have you ever thought about living in there's that what's the place in Europe where
No.
I have like months of sunshine
you
and
had
like
to say
months
it
of
was-
darkness?
Oh, it's in Alaska too.
Yeah, it's
Alaska
that's
has
that?
the further north or south you get.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's some
Like
mountainous
full
regions
days.
that they literally have put like some like sort of like special mirrors to like bring sunlight into like a valley like that's in like the middle of this mountain. I've seen that before too. It's like they put like mirrors up that like won't like make it too hot where
Mhm.
like shit'll burn up, but like so that the sun can actually shine into this valley.
I think all that darkness would make me depressed, but also that much sunlight, I would be so tired all the time because I can't sleep with light. It has to be fucking pitch black for me to sleep.
For real.
I can't do light when I'm sleeping unless I'm fucking plastered.
Yeah.
I mean, in
Well,
that
we don't
case,
do
I
that,
just
so it's fine.
fall. Yeah, I don't drink alcohol. Actually, that is something I'm cutting this year's beer.
What do you mean?
I need to cut down on beer too.
What do you
I
mean?
drink
I'm
a
not
lot
just
of
cutting
beer.
down. I'm done. I'm not buying any more beer for at least a couple months.
What?
Cutting down.
No, you're not.
No, you're
That's
not.
gonna last like 6 days.
I have
You're
to.
cutting off the beer.
My whole thing to lose LBs, I have to cut.
Are
the
you
beer.
That'll
I
do
can't
it. That'll
lose
do
LBs.
it. But
Are you
I mean,
saying
yeah,
it's gonna
that'll-
be?
It'll work, but
Are you saying it's gonna be a time of of liquor Lucas?
liquor,
Liquor Lucas. We
Liquor
got Liquor
Lukey?
Lucas. And
I'm not gonna be
Liquor
drinking
Lukey.
every day,
Got
but
something
probably.
for ya, little bitch.
I'd get liquored up like once or twice a week, but I drink beer a lot. That's like my dinner drink is a fucking beer.
Yeah.
Switch to liquor.
I'm not drinking liquor all the time. That's how habits
Well,
are
you
made.
can mix it with other stuff. Yeah, get
So-
some fucking coconut juice or something. I don't know.
So we were talking about
Doofus.
we were talking about football a little bit, and I kind of want to go into the topic that I was gonna start to go into.
Man.
So
I don't know if you were paying attention to
I don't
the
know what
league,
this
but
is.
so for
This is
those of
gonna
you
be
who
dumb.
don't know,
so fucking
it's
stupid.
we are in a
ridiculous.
fantasy league.
Yeah, it's not a fantasy.
I literally
Real
have not
life.
checked that since week 6.
Hardly neither have I, and apparently I'm in the championship.
Yeah.
His ass was playing me last week, and he was over watching the games with us, and I was like, John, you might beat me this week. He was like, what do you mean? And I was like, me and you are in the semifinals of the playoffs right now. He's like, you're projected to get like 200 fucking points right now. It's like Mike Evans got you 50 points. He's like, oh, I haven't even opened the app in like 3 months. I was like, are you fucking
Bro,
kidding
I had
me?
no injuries. Nobody on
Yeah.
IR.
I had hella
Yeah,
injuries.
me
Yeah.
too, bro. I got plagued this year.
And somehow his ass beat me. He's on to the finals. Still has not touched his lineup in like fucking months.
I
do
traded
not
off-
Wait, am I
touch
playing
good
the finals
players.
today?
Tomorrow?
tomorrow. Do not
Oh,
touch
today's
it.
Saturday.
Leave
not
it.
Don't
Do
Leave
touch
not
it.
that.
your
Leave
lineup.
it.
Leave your
Leave
lineup.
it?
Leave
You
your
got to
lineup.
now.
You
Okay.
blocked with it for 3 months, bro. That's
It's bad luck if you touch it
bad
now.
luck.
If you
Alright.
fucking
now.
Nah.
Wait, who's he playing? Who you
Purdy.
Purdy?
Am I in last place? I feel like it's
No.
me or Noah Jones.
Noah is.
Yeah.
I think I'm middle of the pack though. Like I'm like 6th, right?
Yeah,
I'm
you
like
weren't,
only-
you weren't even up there in the regular season.
Yeah, you
I
were-
remember I started out this season like 4-0.
No, you went
Yeah.
like 7-0.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Dude, you
Yeah.
were,
You gave me
I
like,
lost the first 4 weeks.
You gave me like
that sucks.
3 of my 4 losses.
Yeah, you did beat on us.
Well,
pretty hard.
around like week 10 or something, I traded off a bunch of I told anybody that was talking to me on Xbox that was in our fantasy, send me trades and I'll just fucking send them. Don't give a fuck. Because I was like, I don't fucking care. Every player that I have has been injured at least fucking once this year. I'm fucking done with it.
It's definition collusion, but like it turned out okay.
I think
I was so done with it because I had Lamar. Lamar's been on and off the entire fucking season. And Debo, he was fucking out so many fucking weeks of the season. And like a lot of my big point scorers probably played half the games this season. So I had to keep changing my lineup, and then when I change my lineup, then they get injured, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just fucking done. I quit. I'm done. I just kept
think-
fucking losing.
that's the point when I started losing was whenever I remember you and I were sitting in the car and I was like, well, like maybe I should pay attention to it this year. So I like actually messed with my lineup a little bit, and that was the point in the season where I started losing more. I honestly, if I would have just kept,
You probably would have been
Perfect
just
record.
fine,
It's so fucking stupid, but like,
Okay, so now
See,
we
it's
have
funny-
to tell Keebler about Pick'ems. We didn't do it anymore, but we had a really fun plan for that. Is there like 3,
I
4,
forgot about
5
this.
weeks in, we were doing Pick'ems, right? And you weren't there, but you were tied, or you were 1 below him, 1 point or 2 points below him. He was just gonna from that point on pick every team you picked so that you would lose.
That's hilarious. That's so fucking funny. Damn.
We quit doing
it's
it.
a shame. It's a shame we stopped doing it. It's on me too, because I should have been getting everybody's stuff.
that would have been hilarious too. It's like, geez, John, you just 1 point. You just always 1 point ahead of me. 1 point ahead of me. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to
man.
tell you, man.
At some point, you would have had to have noticed that John was just picking.
I don't
the same
think
teams
he
you
would
were.
ever notice.
I don't know.
I don't
think he
know.
would have
Like,
because I don't think he would have paid attention to
Yeah,
my
I'm not
picks,
gonna pay
knowing
attention to his picks. I don't give a fuck.
knowing that I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
I mean, you could have like sprinkled in like a couple like where you would pick 2 of the opposite, so then like it would still even out in the end.
But
But like,
both of those right, I got both of them wrong. Then he would have taken the lead.
Yeah, that would.
that's true.
The whole
I
point
guess.
of it was to have exactly what he had, so that
Yeah.
it'd ride out and he'd lose.
That's funny.
But it didn't mean that you would guaranteed lose. We could fall back and lose
Yeah,
too.
sure,
but
sure.
it was a surefire plan to try
At
it.
least I lose.
It was surefire that I was not gonna lose.
Actually,
That's what I was.
we all should have just picked the same thing. Actually,
Everybody
Y'all are
just
like,
picks what.
Keith, go first. What are your picks for this week?
I don't know. Let me think about it.
Oh, guys, this is the 6th week in a row that we've picked all the same teams.
Isn't that fucking weird?
Oh,
That's
I know you all aren't huge gamers this year, but top games of 2022.
Oh my gosh! Can I,
know
go
what
first?
I know what John's gonna say.
MW2 baby.
Yep, Call
Whoop
of Duty.
whoop! John's a gamer again.
Mhm.
Single-handedly got the whole friend group back in COD.
Yup.
Yep.
It was a great game. Still is. I
That
still
game
play
did turn me into a gamer again
Mm-hmm.
because I was not gaming.
You're on a lot more now.
Yeah, I'm on like at least 4 times a week. Like,
Yep.
4 times a week.
I get
Yeah.
on probably 3 to 4 times a week. I stream 3 times a week at Papa Schmutz Live at Twitch.tv because I switched back to Twitch.
Hey, oh, you did?
Mhm.
Hey.
Everybody was
Eventually.
telling me that I needed to switch back to Twitch. They said they would more likely watch me if I was on Twitch, so I was like, okay.
Eventually,
I'll
we
still
will
watch
get my stream set up.
Yeah.
Eventually, and I'll start
Twitch.
streaming.
You have
I'll
the
try to
equipment
be.
for it.
Yeah.
I'll just have to come over there.
I'll,
Stoker's still streaming?
Yeah.
He's still on it? Good.
Yeah. I wish he would edit his camera because he has his camera and he hasn't edited the picture. You know how on mine, like, I scrunch it down to just me. You don't see the room. Well, now I have a green screen, but regardless, he just leaves it all wide. You can see everything in his fucking room, and he's just this little dot in the center.
Go over there and edit it for him. 'cause he
I
probably
need
doesn't
to
give a shit.
because he ain't gonna know how to do it. So it doesn't have to be a game that came out in 2022, but you played some games this year. What's your
Yeah, I
favorite game of the year?
Well, shit.
What did you have the most fun?
For you, say
What did I have the
Victoria.
most fun?
Mm-hmm.
we played some Siege.
Oh,
played a lot of Siege.
I got into Rocket League actually.
Oh,
You
for
did?
a brief
Oh.
minute.
You played Drop Shot. You didn't play Rocket
Shut
League.
the fuck up. It's the same thing.
Dude, I shit you not. At the beginning of the year, I downloaded Rocket League,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Dude, that game's so fucking stupid." Then I would be coming home from work, and his ass would be sitting on the couch playing Rocket League.
Rocket League is fun.
Drop Shot,
Rocket
man.
League
I love
is-
Drop Shot.
I'm sorry,
It's very fun.
it is the worst game.
It
known
is
to
so
man.
much
terrible
fun.
I
until
love
you
it.
find a game mode on it you like.
It
Drop
is
Shot, I
terrible.
love Drop Shot.
I hate Drop
Shot's
Shot.
great. See, you didn't like.
I
But
can't
yeah,
stand
that
Drop
and
Shot.
then I mean, I don't know. I didn't play too many PC games this last year, less than I normally do, just because we don't have internet.
Mm-hmm.
I played. There's this one I played quite a bit, Imperator Rome. It's a Paradox game. The
Mhm.
people who made City Skyline.
Ooh, those
They-
are good.
So
City
that
Skyline's so fun.
I suck at that
Oh.
game. I'm terrible at it.
I'm not good at them either,
City
but they're fun.
Skyline is
We should
so
get a
much fun.
Civ campaign going.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be
Get
cool.
I'd be
all of us
down
to
with
play
it.
Civ
I
because
still
I
haven't
guarantee
played- I
both of
haven't
your
played-
Macs could play it, and your laptop definitely could
Oh
play
yeah,
it.
yeah. I haven't played Civ 6 yet. I've only played Civ 5.
Civ
We
6
should
is
do
good.
like a 6-week campaign, and every Sunday when you do when we do the podcast, we'll run like 2 hours of the campaign every week.
Shit.
I'd be down with it.
That would be fun as
Civ's
shit.
fun, dude.
I love Civ.
Civ is cool.
So Jordan, what do you got? What's your game of the year? What's your favorite game you played this year?
I don't know. I mean, High on Life was really fucking fun.
High on Life was fun.
The New Horizon game was really good. I still haven't even beaten it, but I got really far in it.
When they drop it on PC, I'm gonna buy it on PC.
It was really good. Far Cry 6,
mid.
it was good.
It's just the same thing.
Yeah, I wish they
Far
would
Cry
have.
5 was really fucking good, and then
I
6
did like
was just
5
kinda
better.
meh.
Five was probably my favorite one, but I don't know. I didn't buy too many brand new games this year. I don't think.
Did you start any new games?
Oh shit! Actually, you know what? My favorite game that was new this year, Cult of the Lamb.
Cult of the Lamb.
That game was fun as shit.
What is that?
You remember me playing that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's like an indie game that was on the Switch. It was like $10. It was kind of like Binding of Isaac,
I like
But-
Binding of Isaac.
but it was melee, and each time you basically had to start this cult, and you got followers. You'd save them in like the dungeon or whatever,
Mhm.
and you had to fight these basically like another religion,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd get followers, and you'd have to basically boss them around to either like mine for you,
Mhm.
or like they'll chop down trees, they'll grow food, and you gotta take care of them. But you also gotta like do sermons and shit,
Yeah.
and that powers you up because you like suck out their souls as you do the sermon, and that gives you like more demon powers to
That's
fight
fucking
people
awesome.
with.
Fuck
Dude,
yeah.
I dumped so much fucking time in that game. I never beat it for some fucking reason.
You play the grindiest games.
I do.
You are the grindiest gamer ever.
Jordan does not play like the quick jump in, jump out games like COD, where you can jump in, play like for 10 minutes
He
and
wants
be
the
good.
grind.
I
He
like-
wants to put in like 2 hours a night, every night.
More like
Four.
4.
Yeah, more
I want progress. I want there to be clear progress. I feel like with games like COD, there's no progress. You unlock
There's
guns.
rankings, you unlock guns.
I don't give a shit about my ranking. I'm trying to like get more gear and shit, and like I
Then-
don't know.
And you talk shit about Destiny.
I don't talk shit about Destiny. I actually
Just don't play it.
I used to play Destiny for the first one, back when it was like new.
Well, now you've got internet to play it with us.
I
Play
might.
Destiny.
I didn't
Destiny,
enjoy that
I have no
game.
problem with Destiny at
I
all.
love Destiny.
I just don't have internet.
A new expansion comes out next month.
If I wanted to play a game like that, I would just play Halo. To be completely honest.
Halo's honestly, I like
Destiny
Halo.
is Halo with RPG elements that Jordan likes.
Yeah.
Gearing and shit.
It's
I love
I did not like it.
No,
I-
Having gear builds and shit like that, that's
Too much,
right up
man.
your alley.
I don't know if
I did play it when I was in college and I had internet. I played it on my PlayStation.
I don't know if I bought the game or if it was on Game Pass when I downloaded
Stilgar
it.
bought you the game. Stilgar has bought so many people Destiny just to have them play it with us.
Stilgar did buy it.
The last COD.
Yeah, yeah.
See, he just
Vanguard.
enjoys playing with other people.
and
so,
he
like,
will shell out the money to do it.
Well, those games are more fun if you play with other
Unlikely.
people.
Well, now that we share games together, I can do.
With
Me and him
you
game
all's
share.
thing,
So
yeah.
like, but before that, I would be so mad because I'd drop 60 bones on a game that I know that we're gonna play together, and he's like shelling out cash to everybody to have them buy it. I'm like, man, I already bought
If I
it.
would have waited 2 weeks.
See, he just knows that you're gonna buy it yourself.
No,
Yeah.
no. Even when I plan to not buy a game, he's like, fucking buy it, dude. Buy it. Never says to me, bro, I'll buy it for you. No, that doesn't happen.
It's because he knows you'll buy it by yourself. He
Yeah.
doesn't-
So my game of the year, 100%, no doubt in my mind, is Elden Ring.
Oh.
Elden Ring was 100% the best game. Elden Ring's probably the best game I played since Skyrim.
Damn.
It is so fucking big. There's so much to fucking do, and I beat it 4 times.
Damn, really?
See,
I
the
thought you'd only played it
I
twice.
100%ed that, and you have to beat it 3 times to 100% it. And
Yeah.
after I 100%ed it, I still wasn't done having fun, so I went through and beat it again.
You gotta like a game a lot to do that. It's a fucking 100% a game.
I
3
100%ed
times.
it in a month and a half.
Oh my god.
And
massive
That's a
game.
grind.
That's a grind, but it was so
that's a
much
grind.
fun. It was beyond fun. Now, honorable mention, second place is one that didn't come out in 2022, but I had an immense amount of fun with. A Way Out.
A Way Out was really fucking
That
fun.
was so much fun.
That was
when
a
we
stream
played that on
game,
stream,
bro. Yeah, A Way Out was fucking phenomenal.
And then we tried It Takes Two, and it was nothing in comparison to A Way Out. A Way Out was so fucking fun.
honestly, I didn't like It Takes Two, but I don't think I would have disliked it as much as I did if we didn't
we
just
didn't
immediately
just come
follow
off
it
of
from
a cinematic masterpiece.
yeah, like A Way Out. I don't think there could have been any way that game was any better.
It was perfect.
Even, like down to the ending, the way that they fucking ended is phenomenal. Like
and it's been out for a couple years, so we can talk about it. But the way the game ends is me and him. We both picked a character at the beginning. We would always be that character. He got the big nose one.
of course he did.
So you
was
have
my
to
decision.
break out of jail, and then when you break out of jail, you're looking for the guy that put y'all in jail.
the entire time you got to do all this teamwork shit, like working
Like
together
we're
to get
climbing
through
up
everything.
walls back to back, and you got to hit triggers, time together and shit.
Yeah.
You have to stealth together. Like I'm on one side of the room, and he's got to fucking put like shit in a laundry basket to hide it from guards and shit.
Yeah.
So much fun. And then at the end, you figure some shit out. I won't give away the entire ending, but it pits you against each other, and you have a 1v1 battle of who lives and who dies.
Damn.
Then one
And
has to kill the other.
There is an ending for both. And I
Yeah.
was like, Jordan, I really want your character to win, but I'm sorry, I can't take this L. And I went at his fucking throat.
Jesus.
And he's like, I fucking hate this. I'm not good at shooters. And we're
I'm
like
not.
on balconies adjacent to each other, and we're just popping shots off.
Oh my god.
It's so much
It was-
fun.
it was such a good
incredible
fucking
game.
game.
If you play it front to back with the same person, I feel like it's an incredible experience. Because like in the back of my mind, like I know it's a game and whatever, but I'm thinking like you see his character's kid. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn man, that character got a kid and I gotta kill him. Like that kid's a good kid. And I just went and played basketball with him. You can do all kinds of these little mini games. We sat and pitched baseball to each other, just rocking
Yeah.
dingers.
That's lit.
And like there was one house that we were going through to find keys to a truck to drive away. They had a bunch of different instruments to play. We were fucking.
Yeah, it was like Guitar Hero with the buttons on the remote. And we did that for like a good 20 minutes.
No, we probably did it for almost an hour. We were rating that house for that house. You're supposed to go through like 5 minutes tops. We were in there for like an hour. We got an achievement for touching everything in the house.
That's funny.
It was so much fun.
Like one of the things is like there's a bunch of dirty dishes and you can make your guys start doing their dishes for them.
And my guy's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Their dishes were robbing the place." He's like, "I don't know. They were sitting there." It was a great experience, and I hope that they make another game like that because that's the coolest 2-player experience I've ever played. It's like when you got Halo and shit, it's like you're basically the same person in a copy.
Right.
Well, plus it had like it was made to be split screen too, and it would have like dynamic screen sizes. Like if one guy was talking to somebody, it would make his screen a little bit bigger, and it would like move.
Yeah,
and
it's like so cinematic like that. Like if I'm picking a lock, my screen's gonna be bigger because he's like just talking the nurse up or something.
Yeah, or look out or something.
He's
like
doing
that.
dishes.
And the way we did it on stream was actually creative as fuck. Because a lot of the time, it wasn't always, but a lot of the time, his character would be on the right side of the screen, mine would be on the left. And since I only had one camera, the way Streamlabs works is you only have that one camera. And if you adjust or edit the picture, you can only do it once. So if I zoomed in on Jordan, you'd never see me. So what I did was I made 2 instances of the camera, and I just slid it all the way to the end over there to where it cut me off on his, and it cut him off on mine. And so it made it look like we had it edited really well, but it really wasn't. It was edited like shit.
That's pretty smart.
And then the audio was fucked up at the end, and we didn't get to make a YouTube video of any of that footage. But we had a great time doing it.
I had a very good time playing that.
We got a good amount of viewers
You all
on
should
that.
run through Portal.
I still have that installed.
You all should run
I
through
installed
Portal.
that for that reason.
Yeah.
We talked about that the other day, didn't we?
You know,
Yeah,
I
we need to
have.
get that going again.
I think I have
Great
Portal
game.
for the Xbox, like that I got when I first got my Xbox. I think my mom got me like the disc version of that with it.
All the E-rated games.
And it was like
Portal was not E-rated. Portal was
And-
like
I'm pretty sure it was E-rated.
teen, bro.
There's no violence in
There's
Portal.
cursing.
There's
Loud
cursing in it, yeah.
curses and it like makes fun of you and shit.
but I don't think I ever played it. I don't think
It's
I ever played
fantastic.
I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
Portal 2 is the. You've never played any Portal?
Never played a Portal.
It's like right up my alley.
It's
bro.
one of the
Bro,
like I
those
would say
games are like transformative.
you can't do
experiences.
the puzzles in Portal 2 unless you work together. Like the puzzles cannot be solved by one person.
Even single player.
Single player's hard as
It's
shit.
fun as fuck, but
Like
yeah,
you have a
very
gun
hard.
that shoots a portal, and it either shoots a blue or an orange portal. And one end you go in, one end you go out, and things can fall through that portal. You
Yeah.
can shoot them through the portal. It's like
And the whole time the robots make fun of you and fucking laugh at you and belittle
the
you.
longer you take, the more they fucking belittle you.
Yeah.
It's funny.
They're
You
like,
know-
try not to die this time.
If there's one game that I would ever say that I would grind to 100%, it's The Legend of Zelda
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Phenomenal game.
Breath of the Wild I beat twice, but I never really cared to do every single shrine. I got really close to doing all the shrines, but I really just didn't care that much.
Oh, I would grind trying to find them all.
Most
I got
anticipated
close.
game of this year
Breath of the Wild
it
2.
would be Breath of the Wild 2.
Not for me. Starfield
Starfield.
looks fucking
It
sick.
looks great.
It looks fucking
Game Pass
sweet.
day one, baby.
Yeah, I
Game
cannot
Pass.
fucking
Is it
wait for
really?
that
Yeah,
game.
day
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
Game
wow,
Pass.
I might hook
I'm
my
gonna
shit up
play
to the internet
the
for that one. Yeah.
Hell out of that game, dude.
Bethesda
What is it?
is now
It's
it's
like Skyrim in
in
space.
space.
Skyrim in space.
Like Avatar.
Skyrim, and
Avatar.
Fallout in space.
Yeah.
So Bethesda has a specific template. That's you notice that a lot of the button schemes and a lot of the way things go in Fallout and Skyrim are almost the exact same, but one's in medieval times and one's in post-apocalyptic times. Take that format and put it in space.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm disappointed about with that game is it doesn't have seamless planet change. Like No
thought
Man's
it
Sky.
did.
No, they cut it. They said they
Oh,
couldn't fit
did?
it. Yep.
Well, I'd rather them just go ahead and cut it. If
There
it
will
was going to be
space
shitty.
combat, but it's going to be a loading screen in between taking off and being in space, which
That's not the
is
biggest
not
deal.
the biggest deal. But I was really looking forward to that.
Maybe they'll add it after.
They might. I mean, like a lot of what I was seeing about it was supposed to be kind of like what No Man's Sky was wanting to do, but way smaller frame. It's just one like solar system
Yeah.
in way more detail, but you can still go all over all the planets that are there
Well-
and all that.
Actually, that brings up a thing that I just saw this morning that leaked last night in gaming. It's Ubisoft is making a Star Wars game that has the template of No Man's Sky. It's going to have that seamless planet change, but you can be a bounty hunter, a Jedi, you can be any role, and it's going to be an open world game. And they said, like, in the leak, they said they saw at least 25 planets coded.
Wow.
Full planets. Like, No Man's Sky-sized planets.
Here.
How fucking insane would that be?
But
Let
is it
me-
gonna go the same way that No Man's Sky went whenever they first launched?
And I'm
might.
okay with that.
Yeah, if it does, it does.
Because
If they
No
fix
Man's
it.
Sky went from being a dog turd to being one of the best games.
I've
like,
I've never seen something flop so bad, and then the creators fixed it so well.
for free. I
Yeah.
paid $60, well, twice, because it came out on PS4 first,
Fucking idiot.
and then it came out on Xbox, so
What,
I
you
wanted to
paid
get the
for it
Xbox.
Twice?
I bought it twice,
Isn't
yeah.
it free now?
It's on Game Pass.
Oh.
But, well, back then, it didn't have actual, like,
Yeah, I
multiplayer
know,
with
it was
friends.
terrible.
And it was on PlayStation.
It was
When they added that, they made it multi-plat to other systems. So more of my friends had Xbox, so I bought it again on Xbox.
No, that's fair.
And it was worth it as hell because I love No Man's Sky.
That's fair.
It's a
a really
great
good
game.
You know, I might have to give it a try.
It's so good.
You
I
have
played
to,
it
You
in
have to bear
fucking,
with it. You have to bear with it.
Have
though.
you played
At
it
first,
in
it's really
the
confusing.
VR yet? It has VR. I don't know if it's just PlayStation VR.
I was gonna say I kind of doubt it's on Oculus.
You can play the full game, like just a regular old No Man's Sky game. You can even put it in your current save if you did. But you can fly the ships in VR. It's
I bet
so
that's
fucking.
really
It's awesome.
fun.
The
in
graphics
VR.
are really fucking good for the original PSVR because the original PSVR is like half the power of that Oculus you have.
Yeah.
So,
I'll tell you what though. I wish I played that Oculus more.
dude, I want. There's a thing that Megan has been wanting to get me a PS5 for so fucking long, but they're so expensive, and I told her not to buy me one because we got house shit going on. But she really wants to get it at some point, and I don't know, man. I figured out I can play a bunch of PlayStation games on PC. Like I downloaded Death Stranding and Horizon, the original one. But I'm kind of thinking Oculus would be nice to fucking have. Like those Oculuses are so fun, but you run out of things to do on a VR.
I was gonna say I would not suggest anyone to get one. As someone that has one,
I feel
They're
like
a
it's
lot
pretty
more
quick burnout.
exactly. They're a lot more fun to play your friend's VR.
Mm-hmm.
But once you have your own, you play it for so long, it's like
Well, the only thing that saves those VRs for me is because I can hook it to my computer, and there's full games like Skyrim VR is worth it because it's the full game. Any VR game that is the full game, Fallout 4 is in VR, Skyrim VR, Doom VR, No Man's Sky that we just talked about.
that does change it because I don't have a PC like that where I can do anything like that. I
Mhm.
don't think my computer can handle that. But
No, probably not. I don't even think
But-
Mac has VR capabilities.
I really doubt it. But that does change it, like, because all I have access to is the Oculus App Store, basically. And granted, there are a lot of really fun games on there, and I've had a lot of fun games I have been playing on it. But after I had it for about 3 months, I barely touch it anymore. Like,
Yeah, and you were on it.
yeah.
There, I mean,
all the time.
I'd come home from work and he wouldn't be doing anything but.
I'd come over to
Be on
hang
the
out. And he
game,
wouldn't
yeah.
take the headset off for the first 30 minutes I was there. It's like I gotta finish this thing. I'm drilling bongos on a Viking ship. I like
Yeah, it's funny.
like
I
I
still
think
pop back into that game every once in a while.
Yeah.
That game's really fun.
I think my stream would be a little spicier if I had VR.
yeah.
I feel like streaming VR is pretty fun to watch. I like watching people play VR. It's fun.
yeah.
I like that more than them playing normal games. Like I don't watch a lot of streamers. I know being a streamer, it's fucking taboo to say
I
that.
still fuck with Super Hot.
Super hot. I love that game. That's
I never
probably my
played that- I never
favorite
played
VR
that game.
Yeah.
I didn't even. Really play that
It's
game.
it's
Really?
one of my
It's the best
favorite
game.
It's
VR
like
games.
it's like $40, like compared to like the other
Honestly,
games. It's,
honest to God, it's worth it.
Yeah.
it's so much. Just for a
Run
game
from
like that.
front to back. Those last 4 levels are some of the hardest shit I've ever played in any
Really?
game. That shit was so
I
difficult.
was sweating.
Oh,
I'm
that
sure.
that game will get you sweating.
I'm sure.
Sweating.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Fucking workout.
I got a boxing game on there. I use that as a fucking workout, and then every time
Yeah.
like the next day, I feel like my shoulder has been dislocated because I'm just throwing fucking meat hooks and hitting nothing, and I think I'm throwing my shoulder out of socket every time I play that game, but I'm still just going as hard as I can.
One thing I think that VRs are lacking that I think would really help is Bluetooth or like close together multiplayer, like the
Yeah.
Game Boys had. Like instead of playing online, like instead of having to hook your VR to my internet, it could feed off of my headset to your headset, and that's how you play multiplayer. I feel like they put an emphasis on multiplayer for some of these VR games, and how often did you ever play multiplayer on VR?
Not once.
Me either.
Ethan did a
actually,
couple times.
I
but-
did one time on this mech game that me and Stilger played, and it made me sick.
I don't think I know what game you're talking about.
It was like fucking, I think it was like 30 FPS fucking super fast mech shooting shit, and I was like fucking all over the place. I did not puke, but my face was green. I took a picture of it. I think I still have the picture.
That sucks.
But
I
yeah.
remember when Jordan first got the Oculus, he was like, bro, you need to get one. You need to get one. And Ethan was like, dude, they're on sale right now at Walmart. And I was kind of considering it, but I was like, I don't know. Like, this was before Call of Duty,
Yeah.
so like I wasn't really much of a gamer then. And I was like, I don't really have much time to really play many games. And then it's like one day Jordan and Ethan just kind of quit saying like buy an Oculus.
Well, I mean, like,
Yeah.
if you want an Oculus, buy a fucking Oculus. But like,
They're
I'm just
fun.
saying,
They're fun.
Granted, I don't regret buying mine at all.
Sell me yours.
No, I'm not gonna sell it. I'm still gonna keep it. But like, it's just one of those things where it's like it's a lot more fun if you're using your friends because you don't play it all the
I
time.
think that it is a really nice party trick.
Yeah.
I think because
Exactly.
showing people VR is more fun than playing it yourself. In
Yeah, because
my
you see that
opinion.
reaction.
Because like I used to take my VR to Megan's parents' house when she still lived there, and having her dad play it or her grandma. There was one time her grandma played it. I have the video of this. I might throw it in this. I'll have to get Megan's permission for this. But her grandma was in the VR playing Rush for Blood, the horror roller coaster game.
Oh yeah.
And she's got the two guns, right? Nothing was really scaring her, but she was getting so into the roller coaster. She was sitting on a stool with no armrests, and she went and leaned with it and fell straight to the fucking ground and slammed her head on the fucking ground.
Oh my
I
gosh.
freaked the fuck out. I was like, oh my god, she has like brain damage right now because she clacked her head on the floor, hardwood floors. And she got up and was laughing her fucking ass off. She was laughing so hard. She was like, I got so into it. It was the wildest shit I've ever seen.
Oh my god. See old Gladys go down and clonk her noggin on the ground from riding a roller coaster in VR,
and she's
bro.
a little woman. She's
my
a
God.
tiny. I think she's like 5 foot, and she like is compact as shit.
Probably
And
helps.
just fucking, thunk, just straight conked the noggin.
I'll tell you what, that roller coaster game is nuts too. Cause
I
like
love that. That is so much fun.
First couple times I played it, I was like, I don't think I can do this.
The
is it-
Rush for Blood one?
Yeah, the free one.
No. Is it the one you have 2 guns?
Yeah.
Is that free now? Fuck, I spent fucking $50 on that game.
Well, like
You're
there's like
developing a pattern.
you don't get
You're
get
giving
all-
me shit for
you
buying
pay-
music equipment.
You pay.
It's like
you pay for more like maps. It only comes with like 4.
There was
But like
there was one time I had it was my nephew's birthday party was at my parents' house, and I had just got the VR, and that was one of the only games I had. I showed one of my sister's friends that, and she was sitting in that old black chair I used to have at my parents' house that you'd like fall back into.
Mhm.
She was sitting in that, and she jumped so fucking hard she pissed all over my chair. There was a puddle of piss. One of my sister's friends pissed in my chair.
that's the chair you gave me.
Yeah. No, not that one. Not the gaming chair. It was a computer chair. It was the one with the silver arms. I think Stilger got that. Actually.
Wait, that one with that looks like the.
Yeah. No. Not that one. Not
Okay, good.
I've given Stilger so much furniture.
Yeah, I was gonna say, damn, you have.
I have given.
Everybody just gives Stilger furniture.
I've given Stilger 3 couches, 4 chairs, and I think he's burned all of them but 2.
Yeah. Well, because by the time that we were done with them at Stilger's house, they were fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
One of them is still at Stilger's house. The blue one in downstairs. That was.
That was yours.
Yeah, that was our couch.
What?
Yeah, if you pull the armrest down in the middle, there's a fucking old telephone in there. It has phone hookups.
Next time I go there, I'll.
Just pull the phone out and be like, "Paging Dr. Stilky."
Stilger.
Stokey, come over.
Stilky, come over.
Oh, God.
Yeah, VR. It's fun, but it's a party trick, really.
Well, there'll be a lot of parties in 2023 for us.
That's right. That's right. You know, when I get rich, I'll fucking build a bigger PC. Actually, a new PC case is supposed to be here. I ordered one.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Because I don't like that case. It looks like a fucking turtle.
So there is one other thing that I do want to talk about before the pod is over.
Okay.
We still got some time, dog.
Do we?
Okay. We ain't been running super long.
So, hockey.
No, no,
Here
no.
we go. Tell 'em your
No.
plan, John.
So our plan is there's apparently a men's league, like men's like hockey league over here. It's a beer league. And
Beer league.
we're on the path to get a team. Got like 4 guys who are interested right now.
Good time to get a beer. Who needs a beer?
I'll take one.
Jordan said he didn't want to play, but he will be the coach. So we need everyone in the comments to convince Jordan to play.
You all should not be doing this. You all are going to hurt yourselves. Severely.
That's why we got pads, bro.
Severely.
See, here's the thing. The way I
You all
normally
don't
play
know how to
sports,
skate.
the way that I normally play sports, someone will try to beat me up if I play hockey.
Yeah.
Because like with basketball and shit, I'm normally like shoving people and like I
Well, that
I
was
just I think I'm gonna hit people too. I'm gonna end up wanting to hit people too hard, and it's gonna
Well,
piss someone
honestly-
off, and people are gonna want to start fucking fighting, and I'm not gonna want
You
to
know how many
fight.
times I want to hit you and don't?
This
If I
is gonna
have
give him.
hockey as an excuse to just fucking mollywop
We're gonna be
you,
on the same team.
Who says? I'll get drafted by somebody else. The Hurt Jordan team.
The hurt Jordan.
All I'm saying is we've got 4, potentially 5 very interested people right now.
Honestly,
We're on our way.
Jordan, you really should not play hockey now that I think about it. You have one very breakable appendage, specifically on your face.
That's why I don't want to get in a fight.
No, but
It
see,
is so easy to
in
just
this
fucking
league-
whop that thing off.
in this league, you wear the helmets that are the full face.
Does his have a beak?
I was gonna say that fucking visor is gonna fucking break my nose if I just get hit.
No, you don't wear those kind of helmets in this league. That's like the NHL. You wear like what they wear in college. That's the full
full
grill.
Oh,
full face. That's what you
I
wear
didn't
in
know
these.
they wear those.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to size yours before you buy it.
It's gonna,
Just make sure it's got enough
just
front
gonna-
face.
it's gonna-
You need some clearance.
It's gonna peek
It's
out just
real,
like
just have
that
to
by
poke
that
out
much
a little
outside
bit.
of the cage. Gonna,
Bro, your
Yeah.
nose is going to be going through a cage match every single time you put that fucking
Yeah, because
that
if you
helmet on, bro.
watch college they wear everyone wears the full face.
You've played a
see,
lot
I
of
know.
contact sports. How have you not broken that thing?
I have broken my nose
Yeah, that's-
before.
yeah.
Not through sports though.
Yeah.
There was one time in
Figures.
basketball. There was one time I got a really fucking bad nosebleed in basketball because this dude was going for a ball and he missed the ball and just went like that and just got me like right straight on my nose.
Sure.
And my nose was like there was like a bunch of blood all over the court and shit.
You know how they say like if you hit your nose up like this, it could stab your brain.
I think that's a straight
You would
up
get
lie.
fucking impaled, bro. You would have it come out the back of your fucking dome.
If you're getting hit that hard enough in the face, yeah, like it's
You'd have to get hit pretty,
pretty
fucking hard.
or just in the right.
Noses aren't exactly the least fragile part of your body.
They're pretty easy to
Right.
break though. 'cause
They're
I mean,
very
like, I
There's
broke,
not even really that many bones in there.
there's a gap in my nose right here where I broke it when I was younger from running into a door.
I remember that.
John was there. I ran into a sliding glass door, and it like bruised up right here.
It was.
And that's why there's a hump in my nose because there's like a
Have
gap
we-
right here where it didn't get like healed right.
Have we told the story about that trip on the pod before?
I feel like we
I
have.
think we have, yeah.
Have we?
Probably.
We were
Wait,
on
wait,
vacation and we were making words in the seaweed on the beach. Did we tell you all that story?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we did.
The one thing we do need from the last podcast, though, is Keebler. We need a story from you. I don't know if you listened to the last one or not, and I'm not hating on you if you didn't. There was a lot of holidays going on.
It's okay. I was hated on, for not listening to the ones that I missed, but that's okay.
There
You
was
were asking for it.
you deserved it.
Yeah, that's cool. It's whatever.
So Brandon, your story of the time that you got in the most trouble by your parents.
The most.
Oh, that yeah.
We didn't get one from you because you weren't here.
That was
because
a
I
fun
told
conversation.
yeah, that was a really good one. I told the story about us being in drinking in junior high.
I got
I
from
told
my
the
parents.
donut story.
Marcy beating down.
When did I make my parents the maddest? I mean, well, there was one time I'll just talk about it a couple times. There was one time when I was a little kid, and I was so small that me and my sister we would like still take a bath at the same time. Like my mom would just run the water.
Was she still bigger than you?
No, she was like 1 year old, and I was like 4.
I'm still surprised she wasn't taller than you at that
Me
point.
too. Honestly, she is quite tall.
She's got the build.
Oh, I don't. So I just remember I walk in the bathroom, right, and I see Katie sitting in the tub, and I'm like, you know what? Let's have some fun. So I go over to the
Intrusive thoughts take over.
I go over to the hot water and just fucking crank it, bro. Just crank the hot
You're a
water.
diabolical human.
Dude, burn the shit out of her. She starts screaming, dude. My mom comes in. She's like, she fucking went ballistic on me, bro. Spanked my ass. She was like, what is wrong with you? She was like, why did you do that?
That
I
is
was
the
like,
most
I don't know.
insane fucking thing I've ever heard.
I'm not sure.
There was one time, oh man, there was
I'ma
one
bake
time,
this Katie.
I was like,
Oh, my bad.
I don't know, you're good. I was like, I don't know, maybe like 10 or something. And I remember I got in a huge fight with one of the neighbor kids because I flipped him off, and my mom found out, and then he came at me with a shovel, and then it was fucking. Yeah.
You might have to.
Katie-
I'm gonna
Yeah,
wave that to
double
make
check
sure that name doesn't
Yeah,
come up.
Yeah. My bad. I had to say.
I don't wanna
who it was.
dox.
But
I know you still live next to him.
Huh?
I know you still live next to him.
Oh, he used to live next to me.
Same thing.
Right.
He lived next to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, no. I remember that. That was pretty bad because that was like, oh yeah, I was in a big fight. My mom was like, oh, you don't ever.
When was that?
I was younger. I was this. It might have been right after my parents split up, but while we hadn't moved out of like my childhood home, so it was just my mom there and thing. Either way, that was hilarious looking back. Let's see what we got here. When I got Twitter banned at high school, that was, they were pretty mad.
I forgot about
that. They weren't too happy with that one. I feel like we've told that story though, so I don't want to.
Wait, what?
I don't think we
We're
told
not-
the Twitter story.
We
I don't
haven't
I
told
don't
the
think
Twitter
we.
story.
I think you talked about getting like banned by the blocked by the baseball account, but
Oh no! I'm talking about where I got Twitter banned at.
Yeah, at school.
That doesn't have to do with the Spanish teacher, does it?
No, it does.
Oh, it does. We did talk about the Spanish
no,
teacher.
That one didn't have to do with the Spanish.
Okay.
No, this one.
I would say
this
I don't
one
remember
with a-
this.
with a
This
certain
one,
emoji.
So I walk into like fucking second period, right? Math. I don't give a shit. So I'm like, all right, let's find something to do, right? So I hop on, pull up Twitter because we still had Twitter available, and I'll remind you all at this time I was like a week before. I had just I got to leave school with a couple other kids and go with our like technology coordinator to go to like a digital networking conference for students or whatever to talk about like responsible social media use.
Oh my god.
It was so funny.
I don't remember this at all.
Really? And so I
Yeah.
go back to school, it's like a week later, and I get back in second period, right? So I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's have some fun. So I pull up, first thing I see, massive Twitter fight between my school and another school, right? It was about, so this girl, these two girls had been fucking with the same guy. And then he like chose one of them, and I guess the other one was pissed off about it.
Who
like,
went to
later
our
on.
school? The two girls or the
No,
guy?
the guy and one of the girls, and then the other school.
Oh,
the other
okay.
girl went to another.
We'll have to do
neighboring
names
school.
after the
Yeah,
pod.
Yeah, because I'm.
I
So
gotta
they're
remember.
like the two girls are sitting there chipping at each other. So I'm like about my one friend. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll hop in. So I type in something to the equivalent of keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, but with me saying my friend, and
You're
then
not
she
that
chips
guy, pal.
something back, and so I'm like, all right, let's have some fun. So I knew that she had a reputation for sending illicit photos of herself
Oh god.
with the how do I put this fucking kindly?
Is this the plunger?
The plunger.
Okay, maybe that's a different story. Different story
It's not
entirely.
no, it's not that.
Using
She had a
random optics.
She had a
objects.
reputation for doing some pretty illicit shit and sending photos to people. specifically involving a fist. So
Oh, now I
so-
remember
so
that.
I
Yeah.
tweeted- so I was like, fuck it. So I tweeted a picture of a fist. I tweeted a picture of a fist at her, right? So I was like, you fucking bitch. I was like, you're gonna fuck with my friends. I'm gonna have some fun. So I tweeted, and I as soon as I did, I was like, you know what? That was probably a bad.
Probably bad
It was
idea.
Probably a bad idea.
Bad idea.
So the rest of the period, I'm just sitting here sweating bullets, right? I go in the third period. Kids come in there. They're like, what did you just tweet? They're like, what did you just tweet? They're like, you know her dad's a cop, right?
Oof.
Right? Yeah. So Lanesville found out about it, right? Because like 2-3 periods later, maybe, I think it was that day, or if not, it was the morning after.
I remember hearing about this.
I get pulled into the principal's office.
I mean, we were friends, but we weren't like super close at the
I
time.
got pulled into the principal's office, and they were like, I mean, they read me. They were fucking riot act. They were like, yeah, Twitter's banned because of this. Like, her dad was, they were thinking about, they were like, oh, should we press charges or some shit, which was ridiculous.
Fucking stupid.
But and then like their principal got involved, like with Matt, our
Woo!
principal, because our
Over an emoji.
well, no, it was
No,
that.
it was
Well,
a
little
photo.
more than that. Yeah.
Oh, you threw a pic up, huh?
What picture of a fist? I tweeted a
Oh.
picture. I added her, and it was a picture of a bunch of fists.
That was before we had all the emojis.
Okay, so the problem lies not with what you said, but the context
Oh
in
no,
which
I said
it.
more than that too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I straight up was just slandering her.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I probably deserved to get my Twitter privileges revoked at that point. But yeah, my parents were pretty fucking pissed off about that one.
that's pretty good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well-
that was not.
Did you all ever hear the story about the little boy that used to live near Stilger's aunt's house? We used to go to Stilger's aunt's all the time when we were kids, and everybody checks phone when they hear vibration. So
Who's popular?
Stilger's aunt's house, the next door neighbor, I don't remember his name, couldn't tell you, because his nickname to us became Fisty.
Oh god.
And mind you, we were probably like 11, 12 maybe, and we hung out with this kid every once in a while. He was annoying as shit, and he would show up every time we would hang out at
Why you
Kathy's
just beat
place.
him up?
We weren't to.
Probably wouldn't have came around if you'd have just whooped his ass.
Well, we weren't to that level of villainy yet,
Oh,
so
yeah, no,
we
that's
hadn't
fair.
hit that level of
That's
villainy
fair.
in our
Also
lives.
11 years old, so
No, I was getting in fights when I was 11.
Oh yeah, I
with
was
neighbor
too, but
kids.
I wasn't.
Dude,
I wasn't
me and-
fighting neighbor
me and
kids.
My neighbors would beat the shit out of each other.
Well, we were
pretty fun.
playing Halo at Kathy's house. It was me, Ethan, Stilger, and
And fisty.
Fisty. Still to this day, we'll mention him, and his name is Fisty. I have to ask Stilger what his name is, and I don't even think
If I
Stilger
see
remembers.
Stilger tonight, I'll ask him.
Yeah, ask him about Fisty.
That's funny.
Because the reason he got the name Fisty from us is we were about to go to a guns and knife convention with Stilger's family.
Of course you
We would do that.
Of course you
We would do that every year with Kathy and Karen. We would go to the gun show in Louisville.
You know, that's
They would
such
just-
a Stilger thing to do.
yeah,
though.
exactly.
It's such a Stilger.
Well, one year we got
Wanna go to the gun and knife show with me and my fam?
well, we had to get permission
Kathy are
to get
going to
fucking
noon.
throwing knives. And Stilger bought a bunch of throwing knives, and we got back to Kathy's and we're throwing them at trees. I cut the web of my fucking hand with a throwing knife.
Stupid.
But
That's funny.
we were sitting there, and we were young, just dumb as shit. And at that age, you're just now hitting puberty, and you're thinking about girls all the time. And he's like, yeah, I lost my virginity a couple years ago. And he was already a year younger than us. We were like, what in the fuck? And he's just this dumb fucking kid.
Yeah.
And we were like, all right, so you did. You lost your virginity. How's it work? Like, what did you do?
You're like, what's it? How
And
wet
he
is it?
goes, well, it started out pretty simple, and then we're like, don't tell us the story. Give us, like, a visual. Like, what did you do? Visually, what did you do? He said, it was like this and like that. And so we were like, you fisted the bitch?
God.
Which, obviously, I would assume he's making all of this up.
Sure.
He's just a dumb kid, but still,
Little do
going
you
on.
know, that guy's been slaying, bro.
He's never had sex. He just fists every person that he sees.
He thought that was losing his
If
virginity.
somebody that only eats pussy is a munch, then
Is he only a
you've
punch?
heard the Ice Spice song, right?
Yes, Ice Spice.
Yeah. He said, "Eat 'em for lunch, that a munch." Bro, yeah. So then, what would the version be of a man who only eats
punch.
his-
It'd be a punch. It'd be a punch. Yeah,
A punch.
a punch.
Wow.
So enlightening.
That's.
You'll have to ask Stilger about Fisty the
I
next time you
will.
see him.
I will.
Oh, well,
You know, that's. Do we
There
have?
was
We
another-
have just eclipsed 2 hours.
Do we have anything else for the wonderful, beautiful, majestic, magnificent, amazing, fantastic
Sound like you're in Christmas
Viewers.
vacation when the
Oh, yeah.
guy's making
Viewers.
fun of his
the
boss.
viewers?
let's read this off. These are movies coming out this year, and we'll give quick synopsises of what we think, and then we'll move on, and we'll call it a day.
Trash.
Cool.
First one's trash. I already know.
Ant-Man and Wasp,
No.
Don't give a
Quantum
shit.
Mania.
Don't give a
That
shit.
it's opening up a bigger world for Marvel.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
excited for it.
Interesting.
That's in February. Then in April, we've got Super Mario Bros. Chris Pratt
am
fronting
gonna go
it.
see that.
I'm
actually.
gonna see
Fucking-
that.
I'll
but
see
I'm
that
not.
one.
Fucking Charlie Kelly's in it,
Mario.
bro. He's Luigi.
Wait,
yeah.
does it have a release
Charlie
date yet?
Kelly. Charlie Kelly.
It does have.
Charlie
It's
Kelly.
in April, early April.
April.
That's his
Does it
last
have a-
name.
It's not your birthday. I know that. I would have noticed that.
Dang.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in May.
I will
We'll
see
go
that.
see it.
I'll
I
see
like
that.
We'll go see
Yep.
that.
Another Toy Story movie coming in June. Now this is where the hots come in. You've got a ton of movies
What
coming
else
in
we
June.
got?
Toy Story 5, Ghostbusters Afterlife 2.
Is that the one with the women?
No. They made another one after that
They
had
did?
Paul Rudd.
What?
Paul Rudd
I
is-
honestly didn't even know
I
that.
didn't know.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I was like,
It's not
Ghostbusters
bad.
Franchise was dead, but continue.
They act like in Afterlife that all woman cast movie didn't happen. That's like a separate universe.
That's not.
It's definitely not.
I skipped this one. John Wick 4 in March.
Oh boy.
Dummy hyped for that one. That's
is-
probably my most
They
anticipated.
steal his dog again.
You need to stop buying dogs.
Stop buying dogs, bro.
Across the Spider-Verse in June, I will be seeing that. That's
yeah,
the
that
comic
will
book
be cool.
animated
the first one was
Spider-Man.
really cool.
Transformers: Rise of the Beasts in June. I'm gonna see it because Michael Bay just makes everything explode. and I
No
love it.
way. You're gonna go pay money to
Yeah.
watch a Transformers movie.
Well, I'll probably watch it after it drops on.
Now,
streaming.
Megan
Michael
Fox ain't
if
in it, I
Michael
don't
Bay
want
made
it.
a movie named Transgenders, bro. Then I would probably go watch it.
I wonder how many explosions.
A Michael Bay film, transgenders.
So,
Rise of Ultron.
so June in total has
Oh,
Toy
God.
Story 5,
I'd
Ghostbusters
watch it.
Afterlife
I'd watch
2,
it for sure.
Across the Spider-Verse, The Flash, and Indiana Jones. All
Oh,
5 of those in just
Indiana
June.
I
Jones,
really don't like that
goddamn.
they're making another Indiana Jones.
I'm gonna go see the fuck out of it. It doesn't look good.
Did
I'll
you
say
all not?
that.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was.
I liked it.
I liked it. I thought it was
liked it.
fine.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The last one was so long ago.
Well, Harrison Ford
guess it
isn't
wasn't
dead
that long
yet,
ago,
so
but
they
like-
gotta milk it.
Well, the thing that worries me is it looks like they're gonna try to de-age him with CGI a bunch. A lot of it looks like he's gonna be like, oh, back in this day when I
Why
was
don't-
Indiana Jones.
Why don't they make it just like a new, like he's just older and he's got like a young female, a strong, independent compatriot that
It's his-
he guides.
It says TA.
Indiana Janes.
Indiana Jones.
Now
Is Indiana
July
is gender neutral, right?
mission. Yeah, there's Indianas
yeah.
that are women.
I'd date an Indiana.
I love
I live in one. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Apparently, these are supposed to be the last ones. I don't give a fuck. I left Fast 10 out of this because I don't want to watch it. I watched the first Fast and Furious movies, the first 3, I think.
After 7,
After 7, it went downhill.
downhill.
Big one I'm excited for is Oppenheimer.
That's good.
That's probably my most
Oppenheimer
anticipated.
will be
That dude that's I can't remember who
Nolan?
he is in it.
Christopher
Christopher
Nolan.
Nolan.
No, the actor.
Oh, the guy that's in Peaky
Cillian
Blinders.
Murphy.
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy, is that what his name is?
Cillian something, I think.
I'm pretty sure it's Murphy. That dude can fuck. He's so
He's good.
fucking good.
He's good. I'm excited for that because I heard that Christopher Nolan was pushing, like he had to talk with like the government or something because of how big he wanted the explosions to be in this movie. and like
Badass.
how big the environments wanted to be. Like he literally asked the government. This is rumored that I saw a really reputable movie source on Twitter that I look at. They said that he literally asked the government if he could drop a nuke and film it.
I saw something about that too.
Yeah.
That's
I
so
really
cool.
hope they
should
let him. I want him to. I
Well,
want
it
him to let
didn't
him
say
so
they
bad.
did.
Yeah.
Because he did film a bunch in Nevada, apparently.
There are plenty of like smaller, little tactical nuclear weapons that wouldn't explode a city, but would definitely convincingly look to viewers like.
Well,
the
I think the radiation is the problem.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Where
but
your
there's
fall-off
plenty
radiation is gonna be.
There's plenty of places that we don't give enough of a fuck about that we detonate that stuff.
Well,
We just
there's
do it over
also,
the ocean.
but like a lot of Nevada's area that they do test that shit
Yeah.
is government shut
Oh,
down.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like, if
yeah.
Christopher Nolan got in that for a fucking
He,
film,
well, I mean, he had to have talked to the government about it. But the government,
Well,
the military in Hollywood, they've got a pretty the.
yeah, but
well,
we're talking
the
a
government-
fucking nuke,
I
dog.
know. Oh
We're
yeah, I
talking
know. That's a
nuke.
little different. It's a little different. But I mean, like even for Top Gun, like
Yeah,
the
there was some
government
cool shit.
gives so much money and free shit for them
Well-
to use because it's just good PR.
Yeah, for
the,
sure.
For the
Well, it's also
military.
just expanding culture too. Like I'm glad that they do stuff like that.
yeah,
You know,
well,
like
it's propaganda.
yeah, I guess.
In July, we've got the Marvels, which is all the women, Miss Marvel, Captain
I didn't hear about
Marvel,
this.
and then I don't know, Lady Marvel. I don't know. It's
It-
the three Marvel women.
It's the same.
I'll still
same.
stand by what I said. I'm so
new-
tired of Marvel movies.
New TMNT movie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No
Really?
CG.
Is
It's not
Master-
animated. It's
Master
well,
Splinter gonna be in there?
CG animated, but it's not like a full animated movie. There's actors and
They
shit.
got that rat with a stick.
That I can't remember who's acting as him, but it's somebody known. That somebody I don't know
It
who's
should be
playing the turtles.
who did Gran Torino or Turismo?
Clint Eastwood.
Gran
Clint-
Torino's
Clint Eastwood. That's who should do.
That would be
Master
awesome.
Splinter.
Imagine Clint Eastwood as fucking Master Splinter. That sounds fucking awesome.
You boys want to fight?
I'll show you.
Get off.
You how to fight.
In
Get off my fucking
August,
lawn.
we've got Ninja Turtles, Blue Beetle,
Oh,
and Equalizer 3.
Blue Beetle's in the
What-
city.
Was Blue Beetle the Batman? Like the guy?
He's in
He was in that Batman cartoon.
Yeah, Blue Beetle's been in Batman cartoons.
Okay, I was making sure I was thinking of the right thing.
Blue
That
Beetle's a cool
girl is a
character, but
real
I don't know
club
how
pleaser.
interesting I am in the movie.
Y'all want to listen?
In October, the Exorcist remake.
That sounds
I'm
horrifying.
mega excited about.
We're
Fuck
seeing
that.
that one.
We're gonna see that one in
Not
theaters.
We're seeing that one.
Fucking theater, bro.
Dune 2, I never saw Dune 1, so
I heard Dune was pretty good.
I heard
I
it was
heard
I
Dune
meant to
was
see
really
that.
good.
I heard Goon was pretty good.
Goon is good.
Goonies, man, the Goonies. Man.
here's one that's that caught me off guard. Wonka.
I do
It's
want
an
to see
origin story for Willy Wonka
Oh,
of
They-
how
they-
he met the Oompa Loompas and
We're
all
gonna
that.
go-
shit.
They've
go
been
see
talking
that.
about that for a while.
Yeah,
Old,
I
old
heard.
Timmy
I,
Chalamet, bro.
I
Whoa.
thought they like
Yeah,
canceled it, but
Because
they
I've
did
been
not.
I've been kind of looking it up
Huh.
every once in a while to
Comes
make sure
out
it's
this
still
year.
coming.
excited.
I think
That
it'd be
comes
cool.
out in December. Also in December, we've got Avatar 3.
Yay!
Pass.
Ewa. Craven the Hunter is supposed to be coming out this month, but I feel like they pushed it back because I haven't. It's supposed to come out next week, and I have not seen any ads for it anywhere. So, and Aquaman is in March. Out of those lists, what's the most hyped? What do y'all got the most hype for in that?
Outside
Oppenheimer.
of Avatar, Oppenheimer, yeah.
Oppenheimer's gonna be fucking.
Oppenheimer's probably number one
I
for
think
me.
you already know for me. The Insidious one.
Exorcist.
Or the Exorcist, not the Insidious. Exorcist.
You
Same.
must be real excited for it.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same universe.
The
Is
Exorcist?
Aren't they all in the same universe?
No.
Exorcist and Insidious.
And Blair Witch.
Are you thinking of The Conjuring?
Maybe I'm thinking of
are all-
Conjuring.
The Conjuring are all in it. There's supposed to be a new Conjuring too, as well. That'll be the fucking 5th Conjuring movie.
But any of those scary movies like that, like
I mean,
I'm there. For
I'm
it.
in.
Like any new scary movies that are like already reputable.
The Exorcist, though, The Exorcist was one of those movies that, as a kid, I've talked about it on the podcast before, so I won't get too into it. But that movie scared me more than any other movie ever. The original Exorcist. Still to this day, I get the fucking willies from it. It's not even that scary of a movie as an adult. After seeing modern scary movies versus that one, it shit looks corny. But still, I have like I guess like PTSD from it. Scares the fuck out of me.
Did you ever watch that Smile movie?
No, I still need to watch it. Now, I want to get Megan into watching horror movies, but since we moved into here, I've kind of put that on the back burner because like she's always been in the country, so have I. But like she's kind of worried about all kinds of shit, like how we're in a neighborhood, there's close people by, and like she gets paranoid about that stuff. So I've been trying to push away horror movies. I don't even watch them here by myself. Even if she's like sitting on her phone not watching, I won't put it on.
Well, give it till Halloween. You know, y'all will be settled in by then. You can start.
I might
stand up a little
like
bit.
there's probably gonna be some times where like now where she's like doing something and I could just watch it then. But yeah, I don't know.
You know, that dynamic's interesting. How people get like the things people get nervous about whenever they move from like the country to the city. The same thing happens whenever someone moves from like the city to the country. Like
They're worried about some.
It's weird that they have so much distance between other
Yes.
people, and they're like,
Yeah.
but like if you move from the country to the city, like oh
You're
God, we're on
close as hell
top
to
of each other.
everybody.
This
But also,
so
there's a
strange.
lot less chances for you to meet your neighbors in the country.
true.
But I don't really give a fuck. I'm here to live for me.
I think that there's a lot less chances for you to meet the neighbors, but there's a lot more chance that if you do meet your neighbors, you're gonna be talking to them a lot more than if you live in the
Yes,
city.
yep. Well, I've talked to my neighbor a lot, unfortunately.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't even give a fuck. I can talk about it. Motherfucker, we were here on New Year's Eve, and I had my parents and Megan's parents here.
Yeah.
We had our 2 vehicles and 2 more vehicles. That was it. So it's the same amount as we have right now. So me and Megan took up the driveway,
Yeah.
and then right outside the driveway, Megan's parents, and then my parents parked right next to them in the cul-de-sac on the edge. So everybody can still get around and shit.
Yeah.
Dude walks up to the fucking door and knocks. I think he thought we were having like a young kids party or whatever, because we're younger than him or whatever,
Sure.
and he's got nothing fucking better to do with his life.
I hope
He
sees
walks
this
up
one.
to the door and
Imagine.
knocks, and he's like, "I don't know how who's got the red van, but they're parked illegally, and there's cops keep coming through here. I was just gonna warn you." It's like, so you're telling me on New Year's Eve there's cops roaming around a neighborhood, and he's like, "Yeah, they'll ticket somebody that's parked like that." I'm like, "Not on New Year's Eve, they fucking won't."
Where were they parked at?
They were just like right where right in front of the mailbox, and then right next to that car. So like think right in front of the mailbox, and then my mom's van right here.
So kind of how we were parked the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
There's
like,
nothing fucking illegal about
There's
that.
nothing illegal
No.
about it whatsoever. He's just bitching a bitch. And like, and second of all, what cop is gonna be fucking handing out parking tickets on New Year's Eve?
They got a
None.
lot more to
They're
worry
looking
about.
for drunk drivers.
They got a bit more to worry about.
There's not a single cop. Even if he would have called the cops on that, they wouldn't have done shit.
They would have told him to get fucked.
Yeah, they don't have time for that.
Go
So I was
touch
like,
grass,
fuck
kid.
that guy and all that he fucking stands for. Fuck him. I'm done with him.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say to him, and he says that all that land on the other side of my driveway is his, so he gets to fucking mow it. And if he doesn't mow it, I'm gonna say, okay, well, you said it's your land. If I'm mowing it, it's my fucking land.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you need to stake out.
well,
the
I'm gonna get
property.
it surveyed.
Yeah, get it
I'm gonna get it.
surveyed.
I'm
Have
gonna
the
get it
city
surveyed.
come down here and be like, and then chalk that shit out and be like, you take.
I'll fucking put a fence there. I don't give a fuck.
Put a fucking fence on it.
My mom told me to put a
You should.
motion light over there. I got a motion
Oh,
light,
yeah.
and it's a big bright ass motherfucker. He
should.
stands on the side of the house and smokes cigs.
Not anymore. You tell
And
me.
she said I should put a motion light right there and it'll just fucking blind him when he goes
Uh-huh.
to smoke.
Absolutely.
I mean, but Megan doesn't want to do that stuff because she doesn't want to cause any issues
It's
early
already
on.
It's already on, bro.
Yeah, well, he
Jesus
started.
Christ,
Yeah.
just starting a fucking neighbor war, bro.
You
It's like
get-
that, like
you
that
get-
movie, like
get-
Neighbors.
Get one of those things that like chirp every couple minutes and just chuck it over by where he smokes to annoy the piss out of him. They make them waterproof.
Honestly,
Might not be mower proof, but
if
Oh
it was
my
just my
God.
place, I would be vindictive as fuck about
yeah,
it. But
no, with you having a fiance.
Megan does not want to cause those issues.
That's fair.
But I also I don't like her. I don't want her to take out any trash at all. But like, if she did take out the trash, I don't want him being out there. So like, I told her, don't ever take out the trash. Like, and not that he's weird or creepy. I mean, he's annoying as fuck. He's a dickhead, but he's not gonna do anything like weird. But it's just like I don't fucking like him. I don't want him thinking you like him.
Well,
Like, I don't want him to think
Yeah.
It's
he's
prob-
comfortable enough to walk up to my fucking
Nah,
door
big facts.
when there's a window there that he can just look through whenever he wants.
Yeah.
Like I'm walking around this house, and I don't want somebody looking through the fucking window.
Fuck no.
Either way, fuck it. I'm just an asshole. I guess I don't know.
You
Nah,
dick.
We're all assholes.
We're all assholes.
No, but you're the most.
He's the most.
Well, assholes, thanks for watching. Y'all got anything else that you'd like to put out into the world before next week?
This was a great episode.
Next week is
post-holiday.
20.
Wow.
Damn.
Whoa.
20 episodes of the podcast. We are
Nice.
officially at 6 months of the podcast, and we had a couple hiatuses here towards the end of the year. One was my fault, and one was the holidays' fault. So,
Yeah,
and
well,
then actually one was the soundboard exploding. So,
so. But I mean, it's the holidays. Like people expect. You know?
yeah,
It's like we worked hard for you fuckers. We gave you like 15 in a row.
I'm not getting any money.
We
want to
go out. We want to have fun
Yeah,
on New
yeah,
Year's,
we
and that's
don't-
exactly what we did.
We don't give a shit about our
At least
tour.
I'll speak for myself. I have.
We don't give a fuck about you. So shut up and listen.
Well, I tell you that 6 months it has been super
It
fun.
has been fun.
Like
is-
it's
it is
always
great.
something to look forward to do the podcast with the boys because it's just fucking chilling with the guys.
Yeah, man.
It's chilling with the guys, doing our thing.
You know,
Because
Lana-
in this case, Saturday.
Ethan's girlfriend Lana made an interesting point the other day. Like our friend group doesn't take very many pictures together,
Mhm.
and she made a comment that she thought it was weird. And the other day, she just pointed out, she was like, it kind of makes sense now because you guys don't really take that many pictures together, but you guys make videos about everything. You guys have so many videos. You guys have these podcasts. You guys make these music videos and shit, and like.
We've
Oh, I
never
think it's-
been a
I think it's
picture-taking
interesting.
group of
Nah.
friends.
No,
we don't
we have
never-
that video of us doing the dance move. I found that
Yeah.
on my camera the other day.
Back in like 2015.
The most
No,
pictures and
the other
videos I
day.
have of you guys is us doing dumb shit, and I just get a video of it.
That's all it's-
Yeah.
I'm talking about when we were filming the music video for Ethan's Beat. That dance move.
Oh, with the fashion?
The fashion show.
Yeah.
Oh,
I found that video on that camera the other day.
I need to send it to you. I have it on my phone. Sam sent it to me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
This has been lovely.
yep.
That was SchmutzCast 19. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you all next week for sure this time. I'm Papa Schmutz.
I'm Jordan Werner.
Brandon Keith.
And Johnny Will.
Thanks for hanging out with us. I don't have a Schmutz gear in here to cover the camera up with, so this is the outro.